All right, peeps, we are in. Welcome to the stream. We've got a little bit of a lull right now, so we're going to just kind of keep things mellow as we get rolling. Kind of improvising a little bit today because I didn't bring some of the equipment that I need. Anyway, we're getting going here, and let's take a look at our upcoming flights that we got going on here. Got a lot. Yeah, we just had a bunch of departures, and now we're going to start getting some arrivals, and then we're also getting more departures as the 3 o'clock hour turns into the 4 o'clock hour. So as you can see, it's pretty quiet right now. We're looking down the
American 2524, contact departure.
Hello, that was loud.
Which you have a good night, sir.
Okay, that's better. But we've got, let's see here, for departures coming up. There are quite a few delays, actually. So this is kind of one of the reasons for the lull. Let's see what we got on the arrivals docket here. Lots of flights that are coming in from domestic areas. And then we do have, let's see, we got, trying to see where our heavies are. We do have a 330-900 from Barcelona, sorry. That is coming in at about 4 o'clock. And then we have a Seoul flight, 777-200. That is delayed until, well, of course, 5. But we're going to see how long we can go before we get a heavy here. We do have a 767 on the docket as well. For arrivals, we have a Condor 330-900.
Alaska 368, Center Tower, you going to be ready to
And let's see.
368, runway 16 left, clear for takeoff, wind 2106.
Yeah, a ton of domestics. We have a flight from Amsterdam coming in. Right now it's scheduled for 4 o'clock, so we're just going to kind of hang tight here. This particular flight that is on taxiway Bravo, getting ready to turn out, this is Alaska 368 headed out to Salt Lake City, 737 MAX 8. If this is your first time into Geaux Flying, welcome in. It is Friday afternoon here, and it is Friday the 14th. Thank God it's not Friday the 13th, Friday the 14th. And, yeah, we are here at Seattle International. So let me kind of give you a little bit of a preview here. So I'm going to zoom out. That's about as far as we are from the runway right now. So it gives you an idea of how close in we're able to get. Now, we do have flights coming in across on the other side. There they are. There's an Alaska flight. So I'm going to try and get some of those, especially the heavies that come in.
1338, Settle Tower at Quebec, cross 16 center, hold short, runway 16 left.
Cross 16 center, hold short 16 left at Quebec, Alaska 1338.
Welcome in, Eric. Sorry, I'm looking at a different screen today for my my arrivals, or sorry, my chat window. So my apologies if I'm a little bit delayed on that, but the ball is rolling. So now we're just going to have to hang tight and wait for our next wave of arrivals to start making their way up taxiway Bravo. We do have another flight coming up right now. This is headed out to San Jose. This is a Delta connection, which I'm guessing is a 175. Yes, it is. It's a 175. And there they are.
Alaska 1338, Quebec, cross 16 left, radar Bravo to 99 and contact the ramp.
So this is typical for a Friday afternoon. You get these major pushes
left
of
at Quebec and,
arrivals and
Bravo
departures. Right now we're going to have
Alaska
a lot of arrivals coming in, and they're going to fill up all the spots from the ground, from the departures that just took off out of here. And then we'll start seeing our departures start coming out the way.
Alaska 368, contact departure.
See Alaska 368.
Alaska 246, Seattle Tower, Quebec, cross 16 center, cross 16 left, ground point 7.
You know what? Silly Nate, I'm all for it. I grew up in Louisiana. I can handle the storms. If I got to make a break for the car, I know exactly which equipment's going to be going first and which could probably take a little bit of liquid. I'm not terribly worried about the lightning. I will do, if they do a ground stop at SeaTac, that's when I know I need to get my butt in the car. But until then, I think we're good. Certainly don't see anything, but we still have a lot of haze and smoke due to the fires on the east side of the state. So things are a little bit hazy here. You can see those trees off on that ridge in the distance. That's several miles away. That's, wow, 6 miles away at that point. So naturally it's going to be a little bit hazy, but yeah, this is going to be an interesting one today. I'm just going to be streaming for a couple hours because of my equipment situation, but I'm hoping to get some heavies coming in that we've got scheduled between 4 and say 6 o'clock. And I know that takes us more than a couple of hours, but we're going to try and roll with as many. I brought enough batteries, I think, to get us through, but we'll see. My laptop is one of those older Intel MacBooks that sucks down power like it's like there's no tomorrow. So I have to keep an eye on my battery usage on the laptop, which means I may lose the chat on my laptop, which is fine, but I can fire it up on my iPhone if need be. Main thing is we just need to make sure that we stay live with the streaming device. Otherwise, then everything else is done. So it's coming up on 3:30 local here at Seattle International, no longer SeaTac. It is now officially renamed, at least by their marketing department, as Seattle International. So this airport, believe it or not, I just saw a statistic, and I broadcast this last time I had the stream going. This is the busiest airport per square foot. That's the key, per square foot, than any other airport in the United States.
Departure Sky West.
And you're thinking, how's that even possible? Well, because of the number of arrivals and departures that we have here, relative to the amount of space that the airport actually takes up. You can see the airport, if you were to go do a map view, pull up Flight Radar 24, you'll see exactly what I'm talking about. We're landlocked here, so there's not a whole lot of space for the airport to grow. It's got 3 runways, which they use all 3 in any given day, but the center one is the one that's kind of, I guess that's the one that it doesn't get used as much, or they have to stagger it better when they're using the center runway. So you have to forgive me. Every now and then I'm looking down at my laptop to see the comments here. All right. Well, Silly Nate, I will I have to keep an eye out. Worst case scenario is, hey, what's up, Parker? Worst case scenario is we decide to call it, but I think that's going to be largely determined by the battery situation more than anything else today. So fingers crossed that my batteries hold up everything. I can already see one of my batteries is, well, we'll see. We've been at this 15 minutes, and that laptop is sucking down the juice. All right, let's see what else we got going on here, ATC wise. You can see it's really today is really it's just quiet right now, but this is not the norm. I mean, we get these little bit of lulls, but just hang tight. We're going to have our aircraft coming through. Yeah, let's see if I can pull up the chat. If I do that, though, it's gonna send my YouTube feed audio over to you guys ×2, and we don't want to do that. So, all right, that's all right. For now, we'll just kind of roll with it. Okay, speaking of rolling with it, what's rolling down the runway here, or rolling down the taxiway here? Let me go back.
Lost 1305, Seattle Tower, Quebec, cross 16 center, cross 16 left, ground point 7.
All right, so coming in.
Quebec, cross 16 center and 16 left over the ground, Alaska 1305.
Come on. So coming up the taxiway Bravo right now is a flight headed to Burbank. And this is, looks like, so 737 MAX 8, Alaska 737 MAX 8. When I got here, the whole place was just screaming with aircraft engines. It's really quiet right now. But I do. I promise. I have all these microphones turned on, so it's what happens when we don't have a lot of activity. But that will change, as it always does here.
Alaska 331, Seattle Tower, 16 left, line point, traffic crossing.
Line point 16 left, Alaska 331.
What's up, Randy? And Seattle Flights. Welcome in. There goes our Burbank flight. If you've ever flown into Burbank Airport, it is a ride and a half.
Alaska 331,
They
takeoff.
They have a very short runway, and so as a result of that, they end up having to, when they're either departing or arriving, it's either stomping on the brakes and running up the engines full speed before you release the brakes, or when you're landing, I mean, as soon as you're over the runway threshold, you're touching down, and full thrust reversers, and pretty much stomping on the brakes. It's about the same as John Wayne. It's Orange County International, but Orange County has a longer runway. They just have noise abatement procedures that tend to make it a little bit challenging for pilots. You actually, you know, there's training for that, for landing at Orange County. Burbank's just short field. I don't know if anybody's old enough to remember, but there was a Southwest aircraft that ran off the end of the runway at Burbank about 20 years ago, 25 years ago. I think it was right around 2000. They just came in hot, and the runway was wet, and they went whoop, right off the end of the runway, plowed through the road next door, right at the end of the runway, and then almost hit a gas station. That would have been catastrophic, but that ended up not happening, so good for them. Everybody walked away from that one. The plane did not, though. That's for sure.
Press 16 center, hold short runway 16.
All right, so we do
Left, Scouts 3360.
we have some aircraft coming in. Let's see.
16 left, cross runway 16 center.
Yeah, there we go. Prime Air.
331, contact departure.
Yeah, Alaska 331.
Right there. 767. So you can see my window of filming for the right side is pretty narrow. I'll zoom out here. This is about as all I can see, where I can sometimes get them right there, but more than not, this is my window to catch the right side. All right, back over to the left. There's our tower, by the way.
Skywest 3360 at November, cross 16 left line to Delta.
All right.
Gate, contact ramp.
So coming up,
at November, we'll cross.
taxiway Bravo here
Delta over to
is a 737-800 series. This is Alaska 1551 on its way to Santa Ana.
242, contact departure. Good day.
And you can see they're starting to line up again.
Alaska 1551, Seattle Tower, rolling 16 left, line of point, traffic crossing.
Line of plate 16 left, Alaska 1551.
If you have any questions about Seattle or the airport or what we see here a lot of, feel free to shoot them in the chat.
ABEX 3143, Quebec, cross 16
I decided to try another new lens this weekend, so that's what I seem to be doing. Trying to lock in on a lens that I want to roll with pretty much when I'm here or when I'm at Boeing Field or Payne Field or even at Renton, which I haven't been to Renton yet for streaming because it's mostly general aviation aircraft. And then a 175, and Parker knows how much I love the 175s because they're so nice. They gave me two of them. We do get a lot of these because there are smaller regional airports in and around the Seattle area that these 175s will fly to. As a matter of fact, you'll see them flying up to Bellingham, which is only about a 70-minute drive. So to me, that's mainly a connecting flight. Let's say you're coming from overseas or from some other place in the country, you would make that connection. You certainly wouldn't. I don't think you would just fly to Bellingham from Seattle. That seems kind of weird to me, but and there's another 175 there. See if I pull my phone out. So that one's going to Monterey. That's operated by Horizon, actually. The second 175 is heading down to Monterey, California. Beautiful place. Mostly small aircraft, small commercial aircraft, and then the corporate jets.
1551, runway 16 left, clear for takeoff.
Clear for takeoff, 16 left, Alaska 1551.
I don't know, Parker. I don't know where. I mean, I guess from an operating cost standpoint, it must make a lot of sense to the airlines. I don't know what its fuel burn is. I don't know any E-175 pilots, so they probably could tell me it's the greatest airplane ever that they've flown, but I wouldn't believe them. Thing's just a gnat in the sky, but serves its purpose. It's better than the CRJ 200. That that plane. Ugh. Okay, what else is coming up the road here?
Sky's 4145, maintain visual separation, 16 left, clear for takeoff.
That is.
Horizon 2129.
Oh, Delta Airlines flight headed out to Kahului.
They'll be eastbound.
And it is a 321neo.
Horizon 2359, shuttle tower from Echo, taxi down runway 16 center to Papa and hold short rolling 16 left.
Echo 16 center, Papa short 16 left, first 1359.
United 2799, follow the
We should be getting some heavies a little bit later, both arriving and departing.
Okay, follow the
And that's this shot that we're looking at right now. This becomes really fun to watch when it's loaded up with airplanes, because what you'll see is like a 175 in front of a 737, which makes the 175 look tiny and the 737 make it look really large. But you get like a 330 or a 350 or a 777 300ER or even a 747 right behind them. It just shows you how small the 737 is even.
Tower Op 3 holding short 16 center at Charlie, request south 16 center.
Ops 3 at Charlie, proceed on runway 16 center.
If this is your first time in, welcome. This is Geaux Flying. I go by Rainy Cajun. I grew up in the South, grew up in Louisiana. I am actually Cajun to an extent. I know I don't sound like it, but I am. I didn't do the 23andMe, but I have enough people in my family telling me, yep, you're Cajun. So, and I live in Seattle, hence the rainy part of it. So Rainy Cajun, here we are. That's what I go by online.
Affirmative, Delta 344.
There's a 321neo headed
Clear takeoff,
out to Hawaii.
344.
Take me with you.
Horizon 2119, Seattle Tower at November, cross 16 center, hold short, runway 16 left, the aircraft on the runway.
Screen's black. That's not good.
Roger, on November, cross 16
Okay,
hold
yeah,
short,
it is.
16 left,
Okay,
right,
thanks for pointing that out. What might have happened?
Crossing right to left at November.
Oh, sorry. That's my fault. I pushed the wrong source button. Thank you for pointing that out. I must have hit a button. We should be back any second now. Come on. Come on. Come on. You can do it. It's coming back. There it is. Sorry. That's my fault. That was pilot error, so to speak. All right, so there goes the Hawaii flight behind the trees. They'll be taking off soon. Now let's see, hot on the heels. Well, there's nobody hot on the heels, but I do see some other aircraft taking the taxiway here. We have, that's our Amazon Air that just arrived. They're coming up taxiway Bravo. We do have a Seattle to Newark flight, United 2058. That's a 737 MAX 9. So that's all coming. Enjoy Hawaii. All right. It's quiet so far. Everybody's loading up the planes. The airport itself just opened up a new observation deck in the terminal itself. The problem with that is that it's in a, frankly, it's in a not so great location for getting like a complete view of the field. And then also you're looking through what looks like
Channel 643 Quebec,
at
south
least an
16 left,
inch,
right on
if
99,
not
contact ramp.
thicker glass that's tinted. So it keeps it from being too hot. But if you're trying to film anything there, forget it. Forget about it.
Contact ramp.
Gross 16 left on Papa, right turn Bravo, ramp rest 1359.
United 2799.
And if this was if this was an opposite flow today, we would be on the south side of the airport looking north, catching all the traffic landing on runway 34 left.
Contact departure.
As it is, they're on a south flow today, and that's why we're watching them. Let's see if we got any international arrivals coming up here that I can be on the lookout for. Or scream at me on the chat if I've missed. Oh, that's just a 175. I'm not. Nope, and it's probably another 170. Oh, max 9. Okay. So I'm just checking out what Seattle's got going on here. Just going to keep waiting and waiting for those arrivals. I don't see any heavies. Well, we do have the Barcelona. Oh, then that's delayed till 1 o'clock. Or 4 o'clock, sorry. So that's only 20 minutes away. So that is a, let's see, this 330, 330-900. And then we also have on the arrival side of things, after Delta, we have Asiana, which is the 777-200. So we got 2 heavies coming in, and they usually land on the left side, which is
Alaska
great.
332, Seattle Tower at Quebec, cross on 6 center, cross on 6 left, ground point 7.
Okay, Quebec, cross 16 center, cross 16
All right.
ground Alaska 332.
There's another next up. This is a Newark flight. This is a 737 MAX 9 coming in. You can see the 767. It's kind of right behind the tree there, but that's coming up behind this 737. Friday evening or Saturday morning, depending upon where you are. But wherever you're watching from, welcome in. It's about 3:45 local time here in Seattle, Friday afternoon. It is going to be a fun afternoon. I actually might be having a buddy join to kind of co-host for a little bit. Just waiting to hear back from him, but that will be fun. He used to be on the radio, so he's got one of those radio voices.
Rush 16 center at November, hold short 16 left, horizon 2205.
It's a 175. Ugh.
Tower up 3 off 16 center at Quebec, request Cascade Road reference traffic.
Op 3, proceed on Cascade.
Op 3.
Yep, that's right. The S-gates are definitely getting, they're going to be updated. It's a multi-billion-dollar project.
Runway 16 left, clear for takeoff. United 2058.
All right, so this little 175 headed out to Boise. This is Delta 4127. Of course, a 175. And behind them we have another flight to Boise, but that one is a 737-900. So go figure. So this is Delta, and that's Alaska right there. The two are locked in a pretty intense battle for superiority here, I would say. This is Alaska's headquarters. Sorry, I'm just adjusting my tripod a little bit. This is Alaska's headquarters, so they are fiercely defending their home territory, but Delta's definitely making a strong effort to offer as many destinations as Alaska has. So this is going to be really interesting to see how this all washes out.
Visual separation once take SCS 4127.
460 Seattle Tower on 16 left, line of way.
Welcome in, everybody. Thanks for joining the show. This is Geaux Flying, and we're starting to see some traffic building up here, which is a good thing. That's the Boise flight that we're looking at right now.
And I can't remember if I read it back, but 16 left, lap away for 460.
460, affirmative, thank you. Last 283 Seattle Tower, November, cross on 6 center, hold short, rolling 16 left.
November, cross 16 center, hold short 16 left, Alaska 283.
2058, contact departure.
Yeah, 2058, switching.
I'll see you later. Delta connection. I can hear it taking off.
1536, looks like your gate opened up. Turn right, rolling 16 center, left at Papa, hold short, rolling 16 left.
Okay, we got another 737 coming up the route here.
16, maintain visual separation, rolling 16 left, clear for takeoff, traffic, 3.5 miles.
And this one is headed to Alaska. 737-900.
Southwest 1536, Seattle Tower, turn right, rolling 16 center, left at Papa, and hold short, rolling 16 left.
We're going to visit Alaska at some point.
16 center, left on Papa.
Honestly, you know, just looking at the weather, even in the summer months, I got to find that window where it's drier than what I'm seeing right now. One of the other streaming channels is up there, been up there for a little while now, and it's kind of crazy in terms of the kind of the weather. I'm just not a fan. Not a fan of sitting in rain and 50 degrees. So I got to find when their warm period is and then head up there, even if it's not during the summer solstice. It's only like a 3.5-hour flight, so it's not that bad. Yeah, it's pretty. The haze is pretty rough here. Now you gotta think. Or remember now, we're looking through the lens. Oh, we got an Alaska flight coming right up here. There they are. That's rare to see a 737 on the left side. Well, not rare, but it's not as common as you think. The haze is pretty rough here. Now, they said that the haze, the smoke, smog, whatever, has been high in the sky, and so it's not really affecting the air quality index, but I mean you can clearly see it. So I don't know if they're saying that just to not freak people out or if it's really the case. But it is hazy for sure.
67.
I can definitely smell smoke today. I didn't smell smoke even just a few days ago. So flights coming in now, so we're starting to pick up a little bit here. So this is the flight that's headed out to Boise. I'm sorry, this is Alaska. And then right behind them, that 175 is going to Calgary. And then we have another 175. The March of the 175s headed out to Eugene, Oregon.
Cross 16 left.
And then we have an Iceland Air 737 coming up the way here that's out to Reykjavik, Iceland.
Papa cross 16 center behind southwest, hold short 16 left, Alaska 762.
283, cross 16 left, ground point 7.
Cross 16 left, Alaska 283.
Southwest 1536, cross 16 left at Papa, right on Bravo to 99, and contact the ramp.
Right on Papa, cross 16 left, and right on Bravo over to 99, southwest 1536.
762, cross 16 left, ground point 7.
16 left over the ground, Alaska 762.
We actually, it's really interesting to me to see so many flights, both Alaska and Iceland Air, going to Reykjavik like every day. It's really interesting. I didn't know that there was that much demand. I'm assuming maybe that could be a connection destination to go into other parts of Europe.
23,
haven't really looked at traffic patterns, but they are flying a 737 for a very long flight.
Quebec, cross 16 center,
Would not be my first choice. Let's see. Another Seattle flight headed out to Newark right after them. Maybe a little pop here. Hang on a second. There we go. Watching from Scotland, right on. Edinburgh. Welcome, welcome. It's cool to we're starting to see more and more people around the world watch. And the channel's relatively new. Please hit that like and subscribe button. Now that YouTube has increased all these requirements, I gotta go like a madman between now and February 1st to get my watch hours up and to get my subscriber base up. So please hit that like and subscribe button. That helps the channel, helps us helps other people find us. And ultimately, I want to get to 1,000 subscribers by October 10th. That's my goal.
481 Seattle Tower.
So that would be incredible if you could tap that button and hit the like button.
All right, on 16 center.
There's our lineup so far. I don't see anybody on approach at the moment. Let's see if I got anybody coming in. Nope. Just lining up and waiting.
67, just a heads up for you and everybody else in line. We're stopping departures for a emergency into Auburn. Looks like they're descending now, so hopefully it's not too much longer.
Okay.
Class 580, Shuttle Tower, Quebec, cross 16 center, cross 16,
Yeah,
ground point 7.
Quebec,
so
16 center, 6,
we get a
Alaska 580.
we get a pretty good mixture of aircraft here. We get, because Delta is Airbus heavy, we get a lot of Airbus aircraft here, but obviously with Alaska being solidly in Boeing's camp, the only Airbuses that they have now is part of the acquisition from Hawaiian Airlines. So it's almost, I mean, I could run some statistics. I'm sure I could look at like the air traffic and get exact numbers for you, but it feels like almost like it's half and half in terms of heavies. Now, like A320 or 319s, 320s, 321s versus 737s, the 7, 8, 900 series, of course, the MAX 8, MAX 9, and pretty soon we'll see the MAX 7 and MAX 10. Who knows? I know that MAX 7 is predominantly, it was developed for Southwest, and Southwest doesn't have a huge footing here, but they do have a number of departures and arrivals every day. So we might see some MAX 7s up here. It looks a lot like the 700 series. It's just kind of, I call it the squatty potty because it's squished. It just looks like, it reminds me of the 747 SP. If you're old enough to remember that, or hell, if you're watching, you can just Google it, 747 SP, and you'll look at it and go, what was this? Who came up with this? They didn't sell a ton of them, but it was a interesting looking version of the 747 SP, or the 747.
Okay, left turn November, cross 16 left, give way to the Alaska, Bravo 99, Delta 481.
So we're just waiting for people to get up on out of here, and I don't know what the holdup is. This is interesting. Let's see what's going on. Are we just waiting on an incoming? Sorry if the camera moves. That's me tapping my phone. I should probably move the mount somewhere else instead of right on the camera. I do not see anything coming in. I wonder what the stop is. Huh. Yeah, because that flight, the tail's poking out right here. That's the Alaska flight. They haven't moved. No, just keep an eye out. See what we see. Yep, they are just hanging tight. Huh, this is interesting. What are you guys up to? Well, we got a bunch of planes lined up now. This is kind of unusual. It's almost as if they're waiting for something else to, like it was almost like a stop. I wonder, see if we got anything on atc.com. Go to the ground.
After the 7-3 from the right, clear tax 16 left via Bravo Delta 5.
Very interesting. Not hearing anything. It's pretty quiet on frequency right now. So I'm tuned into ground at the moment just to see if I hear anything. Oh, speaking of Southwest, here they are. Has anybody seen the new livery for the 250th anniversary of the U.S.? It's pretty cool looking. That's probably my favorite out of all the liveries that have been painted. The Southwest one, I think, is the classiest. Welcome from Atlanta. I won't, even though if you're into football and you like the Falcons, I won't hold it against you. being that I'm from New Orleans, and, well, we know. If you know, you know. But we welcome everybody here. Falcons fans or not. Now these guys are just hanging tight. I don't know what is going on here. Everything seems like everything's shut down.
Left 67 Seattle Tower, we've been resumed. Wind 230 at 7, fly heading 190. Runway 16 left.
Oh, that's interesting.
16 left.
We've been resumed. Okay, so that was just
Horizon 2307 Seattle Tower, runway 16 left, on a wait.
they were just holding tight.
Horizon 2307.
So still don't know why they were being held up. But in the meantime, we have a little bit of a conga line assembling.
Horizon 2307, you can expect vectors to Alpha on departure. You can expect heading 190. Continue.
And if you pull up, if you
All right, line up and wait 16 left.
pull up flight radar, if you have access to it, of course you should have access to it, but if you pull it up, you'll see there's a fair number of aircraft that are waiting to get up on out of here, but they're pulling up now. Well, you know, we do get around. We definitely do get around. My cousin works for Georgia, and she's where does she live? Athens, I think. And she went to LSU. Anyway, it's a long story, but yeah, we do get around. Sorry about that. You know what? The people in Seattle, this is really odd, but in Seattle for the Mariners, the baseball team here, the team that's the away team that's represented most out of any other team is the Toronto Blue Jays. Go figure. They come here, and they're Canadians. They're stereotypically nice, but they show up in such big numbers. Sometimes those jerseys just stand out, and you're just like, why are we being outnumbered by Blue Jays fans at our own stadium, in our own house?
Climb via Citic to maintain 5,000. Expect heading 190.
Climb via Citic 17. 5,000 heading 190 skies.
Okay, sir. 680 Seattle Tower, you up?
Airbus, I-330.
Sir, 680 on departure, climb via Citic to maintain 5,000.
All right. More peeps heading out. There's our Iceland Air headed out to Reykjavik.
Expect a heading of 190 on departure as well.
Feel free to chat in the chat box. Introduce yourself. Say where you're watching from.
307, contact departure, good day.
Over to departure.
We get a lot of Seattle peeps, but we also, as we're seeing so far today, we're getting people from around the country and around the world, which is awesome. So welcome in. For those of you that's Friday night or early Saturday morning or well into your day on Saturday, wherever you are in the world, thanks for watching. Appreciate it. Tiny little channel called Geaux Flying.
Guys, 181 Hotel, continue holding in position. We've been stopped for departures for the emergency aircraft. If I have anything, I'll let you know.
Oh,
Okay,
emergency aircraft. Okay, so we have an emergency aircraft. There we go. What emergency aircraft? Okay, I'm going to lock down my tripod real quick here so that I'll pull off my phone. There we go. All right, let's figure out what emergency aircraft we've got here. Is this our Barcelona flight? They are definitely lined up for the right side, so I'm going to probably move the camera over that way in a minute, but I see them. I've got a visual on them, so I don't think it's an emergency for them. I haven't heard it, but then again, they're on the west side frequency. That might be what we are hearing. Let's go ahead and switch over to that side. All right, now we're on West Tower.
Tower
Mark?
Delta 145 Heavy, about 9 miles out for 16 right.
All right.
With 145 Heavy, Seattle Tower, Cushman Terminal is flying a Heavy Airbus 330 on a 2-mile final, 2206, running 16 right, clear to land.
Clear to land, 16 right, copy all, Delta 145 Heavy.
Okay. So this is Delta 249 coming in from Barcelona. Should be coming in real quick here. There they are. They don't look like they got any kind of emergency, but what do I know? Well, this is going to be interesting in terms of potentially gumming up the works here at the airport. We have to figure out what emergency aircraft we're dealing with here. Yeah, definitely. I'm sorry, I'm catching the live chat every now and then because my laptop's down here, but it's down on the ground instead of being
249 Heavy, turn left Quebec, hold short.
Okay, so
Left Quebec, hold short 16 center.
I don't know.
Delta 249 Heavy.
That's 249 Heavy, monitor 119.
Don't know who our emergency aircraft is. We do have a 330-900 coming in. It's another Delta flight. And let's see if we get eyes on them.
Delta Tower, Delta 1358, ILS 16 right.
Okay, so that's a 330-900. Should be right across the way.
Right, clear to land.
Clear to land 16 right, Delta 1358.
I hear them. Let's see. I don't have visual on them yet. There they are. I have to turn off my autofocus when I go to those trees. All right, so Iceland Air, I mean, it's still stacking up here.
6 Seattle Tower.
Still don't know what emergency aircraft we've got, but they're holding them in place, and I don't know.
Construction down here, taxiway, Papa, all personnel off, supplementary area. You can show us the whole route is terminated.
Up 6, roger.
There's, if you pull up flight radar, you'll see there's several aircraft that are parked on.
Delta 145 Heavy.
So I guess this is taxiway Charlie, maybe. Kind of in the center, in between 16 center and 16 right. So, not entirely sure what's happening here.
Delta 145 Heavy.
But they're just hanging out here.
Approach, sorry, Tower Alaska 418.
Robbie, welcome in. Good to see you.
418 Seattle Tower.
It's always good to see some familiar faces.
Clear to land, Alaska 418.
Just keeping an eye on my power situation here, just making sure my battery doesn't drain at an excessively high rate. So we've got more. Yeah, we definitely got more folks coming in here. Is my there we go. We want to turn. Oops. Ah, that's why. Hang on. Now I know what's going on. I don't want this on. There we go. That's better. I was wondering what was happening there. It was like really quiet in here. All right. Look at our
So they're still holding. I mean, I'm looking on the internet right now, just trying to see if I see anything that would give me a sense of what is going on, but I can't say that I see anything. If anybody's got any insight, let me know, because I do not see anything.
As soon as you see your gates open, turn right on Juliet, port runway center.
Was that a hold short 16 center? But,
Okay, there goes Iceland Air.
2152.
Press 2152 affirmative, right on Juliet, hold short center.
All right, well, I guess whatever ground stop they had has been released,
1358, taxi via Tango Papa.
and now we're just dealing with the immense backlog of flights that have been building up. I say immense, it's not, it's really not. It's immense when you can't see the end of the Congo line, you know, it's like, you can see it like past here and everything. It's not really that immense, not right now, not yet.
Or no, 1412, right.
All right, so I got to get my bearings again and figure out which flight's which.
Traffic, less than a mile southeastern position, northwestbound. Appears to be in a right downwind for Boeing field. And then
There's site 1412.
altitude indicates 7 minutes. Step on line.
Sorry, I'm just listening to air traffic control here.
Right, clear to land.
16 right, clear land, and yeah, they're inside Delta 1412.
Okay. So the Alaska flight that just disappeared behind the bushes is bushes. It's a tree.
579 Seattle Tower, wind 200.
Is headed to Newark, and this Southwest flight right behind them is headed out to Sacramento. And this is a 737. This is my squatty potty 700.
Quebec, taxi via Tango November, hold short, runway 16 center.
Quebec, Tango November, hold short 16 center, Alaska 418.
Alaska 418, monitor 11 enter, 1 enter.
Yeah,
Thank you,
Parker.
Alaska 418.
I don't know what the deal was. Maybe it was on the ground. Maybe it wasn't. Wasn't something that was actually, you know, in the air. Maybe it was something on the ground. I have no idea. Sorry, I'm just rebalancing my camera here for a second. All right. Okay, so directly, but thanks for looking into that, Parker. Appreciate it. Seattle to Atlanta. Hey, I know somebody who lives in Atlanta is watching a stream right now. This is Delta 560. That is 737-900 right there. And then right behind them is Seattle LAX. This is Alaska flight 1300 to 900. Right now we're just dealing with narrow body aircraft, all single aisle aircraft, but that should change in short order. Hoping we'll see some. None of the big ones. Oh no! Wait! We do have somebody. Seattle to Copenhagen. We do have an SAS flight that is taxiing on Bravo, so we'll catch them relatively soon. And that is, let's see.
Quebec, Tango.
That's a 350-900 series.
Hold short 16 center, Delta 1412.
Delta 1412, monitor 1 enter, 1 enter.
199 Delta 1412.
Seattle Tower, Sky 6438, 16 right.
Go 6438, Seattle Tower, wind 23006, runway 16 right, clear to land.
Clear to land, Sky 6438.
Thanks everybody for coming in on a Friday afternoon, evening, Saturday morning.
Sky 4062, ILS 16.
Welcome to Seattle. Welcome to the north side of the field. We are looking south
Tower,
with all of our 16 left departures, and if the occasional heavy comes in on 16 left, we'll be catching that too.
Echo and hold short, runway 16 center.
Echo short of 16 center, Sky was 3138. We were just about to call you, thanks.
Go 3138, monitor 1 enter, 1 enter.
I can already see that 350 back there. Yep.
Tower 521, ILS 16 right.
Now we do have an Alaska arriving here. So
Seattle Tower, 12305, runway 16 right, clear.
Clear line 16 right, 521.
United. So every now and then they'll put these They'll put the 737s on the left side, I guess, just to keep the traffic flow. If the right gets backed up for whatever reason, they'll start putting them on the left side. You see that a lot when it's a north flow too. Here at Seattle, they will put the heavies on the left side if it's north flow, because they can get off the runway easy and they don't gum up the works when it comes to crossing another runway and multiple taxiways. It's easier for them. But we do have other aircraft coming into the lineup here, and this is getting busy now. This is what I was talking about. When they go into the trees like that, this is a fairly long line. This lens just does not want to focus right where I want it to focus. No, that'll do it. So just a quick programming note. Today is going to be I wouldn't say a long stream. Probably it's 4 o'clock, 4:10 now, local time. Maybe go till about 5:30, 6 o'clock. It really depends on the battery situation, but we will be back on Sunday. And Sunday, I'm still trying to decide if I want to do an evening stream or a daytime stream. It really is going to depend on the traffic flow and everything else. But if you haven't hit subscribe yet, oh, we got a little ops vehicle here. What are they doing?
Behind the Alaska to our right, we'll hold short.
If you haven't subscribed yet, hit the subscribe and turn on the notification bell just so you know when we're back online. I will probably have a better sense of that on Sunday morning, but my plan is to be back out here either where I am right now or down on the south end of the field on Sunday, just kind of to wrap up the weekend. So I definitely enjoy the fact that everybody's coming in and contributing and chatting and everything like that. Thank you so much. Your contributions in terms of just chatting are great. I appreciate that. It's nice to have a small community building here, little by little. And what started out as a hobby and probably still will be a hobby for a bit. But y'all can change that. The more subscribers, the better. So this is okay. So let's kind of re-tag these planes. I wish I could do this with graphics, but I don't have Madden Vision yet. Okay, so what's going? We just disappeared behind the trees, headed out to Spokane. That is an E-175 coming up here. Dead center is to San Jose. It's a Max 9. Directly behind them is a 175. That is going to Billings, Montana. And then directly behind them is another 175 headed out to Boise. And then that 737 behind the 175, that's 737-800 out to San Diego. And I believe that's another 175 behind them. Yep, out to Victoria. Now Victoria is close by in terms of as the crow flies. But Victoria it takes a long time to get to from Seattle because you basically have to cross the water and you have to take a ferry. Okay, so then behind that 175 is it says it's from O'Hare to Seattle. I don't think that's the case. Maybe it's heading back to O'Hare. That's an American flight. American flights, they seem to get wrong a lot. I'm not really sure why Flight Radar has a problem with that. Santa Barbara is right behind them. It looks like another 175 to Bozeman, Montana. And then directly behind the Bozeman flight is off to Portland. And then we have another Spokane flight behind them, and then back there somewhere, and I can see the wingtip right there is our Copenhagen flight. So we got quite the departures here.
Shuttle Tower, runway 16 left, line up await, report departing Alaska in sight. They will be southwest.
Uh-oh, this guy, is he cutting the line? Let's see.
Skywest 3857, contact departure, have a good day.
Departure, good day, Skywest 3847, 57.
left 521 Seattle Tower, just give way to the Embraer approaching from the left on the center runway. They're taxiing. After them, back taxi runway 16 center to Mike, then hold short of runway 16 left.
So the biggest
taxi 3, 4, or
challenge with SeaTac or Seattle International is the fact that they don't have, I mean, I'm sure they have a rhyme or reason to how they do things, but it's not very evident to me. And this is one of the things I want to do. I know they do tower tours, and I want to be able to ask questions like, what makes you decide to put a heavy on the far runway versus the near runway, and what can I do as an observer to understand those choices so I have a better sense of, setting up for aircraft coming in. Those kind of questions. They do tower tours at Boeing Field as well, and that might be a little bit easier to get into. But, if you have a local airport, chances are they do offer tower tours, and it's really cool to go into the tower, at least here in the U.S., go into the tower and just kind of see how things are working, how they do things. It's a lot of fun, actually.
Maintain visual separation, wind 210 at 5, runway 16 left, clear for takeoff.
Clear, takeoff 16 left, maintain separation, there's 26.
2613, Seattle Tower, runway 16 left, line of Hawaii.
Line of Hawaii, Delta 2613.
Just checking my battery levels here. We're looking good, All right. So that's that's 175.
Contact departure gate.
Our departure is 2353.
This one's Victoria. This is, let's see here. This is Alaska 3118. Let's go on to Victoria. Never been to Victoria. If you've never been to Victoria, it's quite a nice place. Butcher Gardens there is really cool. It's kind of its own little world, so to speak. And it's really not that far from Seattle. Like I said, as a crow flies, it's really close, but you either have to take a ferry there, or like these people, you're taking a E-175. I personally take the ferry.
2061, contact departure today.
Ferry's more fun anyway. Also, there is a local airline here that has a fleet of float planes. As a matter of fact, they were in the news recently because one of their aircraft crashed, and it was they were avoiding weather. I still don't know all the circumstances. It's been covered on a number of channels, but one of their aircraft did it had a rough landing on the water, and then it eventually slammed into the side of an island. But Kenmore Air is a local airline with a bunch of float planes that leave out of Lake Union here, that's just north of downtown Seattle, and go to Victoria and go to the San Juan Islands, all really cool places to hang out, especially during the summer months. Feel like a tour guide, but yeah, you know what I'm saying. Okay, so this is the three. This is that's the one that's supposedly from Chicago, heading to Seattle. It's very much in Seattle, and I think it's probably headed back to Chicago. There's our Copenhagen flight. Like I said, look, as you can see here. All right, 737, 175, I believe. Another 175. Right ahead of them is a MAX 8, and then 350-900. Just gives you a sense of scale.
1412, traffic in position, cross 16 left, taxi into the whiskey lane facing north and contact the ramp.
All right, cross 16 left at Papa.
There's your first time in the channel. Please make sure to hit the subscribe button and love it if you like it.
Was 3118, wind 2306.
Trying to grow this little thing to 1,000 subscribers by October. So it'd be awesome if you could hit that button if you haven't already. And then chat in the chat box. Love to see where everybody is watching from. Aviation is very much an international love for a lot of people, and so I love sharing this with people. And it's always cool to see where everybody's watching from.
99 just gate for Delta 1 for that.
Ramp
Michael, yeah, thanks. So, what was that? Because we were trying to figure out which aircraft was causing the holdup, because we're trying to find the emergency aircraft on Flight Radar and ATC app. Couldn't find it. All we heard was on the tower frequency that there was an emergency hold for everything on the ground, and this is kind of the reason why we're backed up now. If you have any more details to share with the group, I'd love to hear it, because we didn't really see much or hear much, and I was looking around, so it'd be really cool. It'd be interesting to know what did happen.
Tower 2138,
99 to the gate, good day.
All right, there goes Alaska. And a couple of 175s. Then our A350.
Ramp Delta 69 Heavy Alpha 3 ready to push.
69 Heavy, roger, hold at the gate.
69 Heavy, hold the gate.
Did they put us back on ground? I think
Ramp Delta 419 with information.
Yeah, we're on the ramp. Okay, hang on a second. Why did it do that to me? No, I'm on Tower East. Interesting. Okay. So I've been using this it's new-ish app
16 center, cross 16 center, hold short 16 left, skies 3679.
Called ATC.
400, maintain visual separation.
Been using it pretty much on every stream now. It uses a combination of AI and air traffic control and everything to kind of figure out what it is that's going on around you, and it zooms in on aircraft that are talking. And it's a fun app. It's supposed to be used kind of like a companion to Flight Radar. So here you go. Here's 175, 737 MAX 8, A350 900.
Skywest 3498, the other departing 737 ahead in sight. They will be southeastbound.
Inside, Skywest 3498.
Thank you.
We'll see who is behind that.
Skywest 3498, maintain visual separation, wind 210 at 6, runway 16 left, clear for takeoff.
16 left, clear for takeoff, maintain visual separation, Skywest 3498.
Skywest 3305, Seattle Tower, runway 16 left, line up away.
16 left, line up away, Skywest 3305.
All right, let's see, roll up Flight Radar here. Trying to see if we got any other heavies in the mix at the moment. Currently do not.
400, contact departure, good day.
We do have a Delta flight that is currently scheduled to leave. Currently scheduled to leave at 4:30. That looks their ADS-B is on, so they should be taxiing back
shortly.
shortly.
At the intersection ahead at November, cross runway 16 center, hold short of runway 16 left.
On November, number 1, clear to cross the center, hold short of the left, Alaska.
Right on, Michael, you're in Boise. Thanks for joining in. We've seen a lot of Boise flights, actually, depart recently. So a lot of Seattle, Boise traffic. A lot.
3305.
Left 99, Seattle Tower, runway 16 left, line up away.
Very little Coeur d'Alene flights. I think what most people do, is what most people do is they go to Spokane and then just drive.
57, Seattle Tower at November, cross runway 16 center, hold short of runway 16 left.
And November, cross 16 center, hold short 16 left,
All
Alaska
right.
567.
It's our Copenhagen flight, A350 900. Finally getting up on out of here. Condor is on short final. Okay. Well, they're holding traffic. Let's take a look.
Left 99, maintain visual separation.
Oh, I got him.
16 left, clear for takeoff.
Clear takeoff, 1 left, visual separation, last 99.
I got him.
Scandinavian 938 heavy, Seattle Tower, runway 16 left, line up away.
16 left, line up and wait, Scandinavian 938 heavy.
Skywest 3305, contact departure, good day.
Good day, Skywest 3305.
They're going to be kind of backlit with the sun the way it is, but I'm sure you'll be able to see those stripes. Oh, hell yeah, you can see those stripes. That is unmistakable. There they go. Thanks for pointing that out. Appreciate it. Back to our SAS is gone now. So that's when you see, you know, they got one heavy they got to get out, and they got another one coming in. They'll slot them for the arrival on the right side, the departure on the left side. It's nice when they have that all for the left side, but you know, that's kind of, we just kind of rolling with it.
Heavy wind 210 at 4, runway 16 left, clear for takeoff.
16 left, clear for takeoff, Scandinavian 938 heavy.
Delta 489, Seattle Tower, caution wake turbulence, heavy Airbus.
Yeah, Michael, I'm kind of curious about that as well. Thanks for the heads up, Keith. I appreciate that.
99, contact departure. Good day.
Curious.
Good day.
If that was a flight that was destined or at Seattle, or if it was something else. Oh boy. Okay, so our line of aircraft now goes all the way back to, well, again, pull it up on flight radar. You'll see exactly what I'm talking about. It's kind of nuts. It's all the way back to the north gates, the end gates. Just flight after flight after flight getting out of here. So the one that is currently in the foreground here, this Alaska flight, is headed out to Washington Dulles. Is Alaska 406. Fun fact, I will be heading to DC on September 10th, and I'm hoping to be able to stream from there if the stars are in alignment. It really comes down to, I'm only there for the day. I'm only there for September 11th, and that I'm flying back on the 12th. So I don't know if I'm going to have time to stream on the 11th. So we'll see. We'll see what happens. But I know there's a lot of cool places to stream from around Washington, from downtown or DCA. But we'll see. But I will be heading out there. And I would love to be able to stream from there if at all possible. Okay, so the flight right there is, this is Seattle to Portland. That's 737-800. Again, a short little hop, skip, and a jump over to Portland. 3-hour drive, 35, 40-minute flight.
On Quebec, crossing 16 center, road short, 16 left corner, 144 uniform.
United 2478, Seattle Tower, you up?
Yes, sir, for United 2478.
United 2478, can you guys take the center today?
That's for United 2478.
So you hear what's going on now. They just asked, can you take the center today? The reason why they're asking that is because they need to get these planes up on out of here. This ground stop that they had to issue because of the emergency flight, you can see now the line is I mean, it's getting excessive at this point. So what they're going to start trying to do is put people to the center runway and do a staggered takeoff procedure. That helps get these planes out and shorten the delays somewhat, but it also requires that the pilots who have the data for 16 left loaded into the computer, they can quickly switch over to 16 center for departure. So that's like when the tower asks them, can you take 16 center, it's they have to plug in the numbers for 16 center into the computer, make sure and verify that they can in fact depart off of 16 center. And in most cases, especially like 737s and E175s, that is not uncommon for them to do.
Alaska 686, Seattle Tower, runway 16 left, line up and wait for departing company in sight, they will be eastbound.
Alaska 686, line up and wait, 16 left, and look for company.
Delta 489, contact departure, good day.
For departure, Delta 489, good day.
He's way out there. Okay.
Tower Sky 3958, Hells are inbound.
Here's our smattering 175, 737, 321,
Traffic is holding in position.
so on and so forth.
16 left, clear to land.
16 left, clear to land. Sky 3958, good afternoon.
So what else we got departing soon
Yeah,
here?
you can plan to exit at taxiway Quebec.
Any heavies? Oh, we do have a heavy in the mix.
Plan exiting Quebec.
We have a Delta flight
686, maintain visual separation.
that is an 350-900 as well that is headed to Taipei and should be coming up. Should be bringing up the rear somewhere back there. Oh, you can see it.
16 left.
Well, that's not
guys
that.
in 2007.
That's a Dash 8. Oh, hey, there's a little treat. We don't see these much anymore.
Jazz 807, Seattle Tower, you up?
We're up, Jazz 807.
Jazz 807, plan for 16 center, please, today.
Center, Jazz.
Thank you.
So they go by, so this is Air Canada, but they go by
Jazz
Jazz.
807, just to confirm, still hold short of Romeo 16 left at Charlie.
Okay, we'll hold 6 left on Charlie, Jazz 807.
Kind of, this aircraft is kind of making its way out.
November Cross 16 center, hold short 16 left, Oscar 405.
But it's cool to see every now and then.
Rise 2007, wind 220 at 5, Romeo 16 left, cleared for takeoff.
16 left, clear for takeoff, Horizon 2007.
United 2478, Seattle Tower at Charlie, cross runway 16 left, runway 16 center, line up await, traffic is crossing the center.
United 2478, cross 16 left at Charlie.
So they've got, they're putting a lot of people on center right now,
1564,
trying to get rid of this line.
On the center at Papa Cross, runway 16 center, hold short, runway 16 left.
That's a long
Papa
line.
Cross 16 center, short 16 left, Delta 1564.
Alaska 686, contact departure, good day.
Switch departure, Alaska 686,
807, traffic on a 5
Welcome in, everybody.
mile.
Thanks for
Charlie,
watching.
cross runway 16 left, hold
This
short,
is
runway
Go
16
Flying,
center.
spelled funny, I know, G-E-A-U-X, but what are you going to do? I'm a Louisiana boy,
4.5 out at November,
raised in Cajun country, and that's how we spell Go. Well, it's not how we spell it. It's a kind of a play on the word Go. But
Condor 1
in any case,
uniform heavy, no delay.
thanks for tuning in.
16 left,
Appreciate it.
taxi to spot 99,
Welcome to
traffic 4
Friday
miles out.
evening at Seattle International. It is 4:30 local, and we've got a decent amount of aircraft lined up to get up on out of here. We're just waiting for it. We had an emergency ground stop, and not entirely sure why, but we did. And we're just they're trying their best to get these planes out of here as quickly as possible because they're all delayed now at this point. We do have an aircraft on final.
United 2478, wind 240.
Zoom around here a little bit.
Center, clear for takeoff.
Kind of come
Yes,
up.
2478, clear for takeoff, runway 16 center.
Jazz 807, Seattle Tower, runway 16 center, line up and wait.
Line up and wait, run 16 center, Jazz 807.
This might be, would this be our, I don't know. I don't have flight radar up in front of me right now. There they are. Oh, are you kidding me? This is a 175. I swung around for a 175. Okay. Fine. Wow, they held up that entire line for a 175. I think Tower's messing with me. I really do.
Delta 2606, Seattle Tower, traffic in position at Papa Cross, runway 16 center, hold short of runway 16 left.
Papa Cross 16 center, hold short 16 left, Delta 2606.
Oscar 446, Seattle Tower,
It is, actually, what is the temperature right now? Hey, you know what?
16 center, short of 16 left, Oscar 446.
United 2478, thanks for the help, contact departure, good day.
2478,
It is currently 75 degrees, and you know what? Kind of feels like it. 75, decent temperature. Winds are out of the south at about 8 knots. I wanted to stream earlier today, but it was
Left to Quebec,
99 what was it, 400 feet visibility? And that's lateral feet. So I couldn't have even seen, like if I zoom out here, this fence that's right here, I couldn't even have seen that. Well, maybe I would have seen that, but I definitely would not have seen the aircraft here.
1564, traffic is holding in position.
We get this
at
thing
Papa.
here in Seattle.
Cross
It's the
runway
entire
16
West
left. You're
Coast
gonna follow that exiting
called the
traffic
marine layer,
on Bravo to spot
and
99
that's
contact
what
south ramp.
has to burn off so that we can enjoy the sunshine for the rest of the day during the summer months.
2606 at Papa Cross runway 16 left, right turn to spot 99, contact south ramp.
Papa Cross 16 left, Bravo to 99, south ramp, build 2606.
Jazz 807, wind 240 at 6 runway 16.
Yeah, it's my favorite plane, Pip. You know it.
6 center, clear for takeoff, Jazz 807.
I turned all the way around for 175. That's my dedication to the craft.
345 Seattle Tower, are you able to take runway 16 center today? Delta 345 Seattle Tower, you up?
We're definitely in a interesting orange haze due to the smoke in the air. The sunlight that's hitting the ground, hitting me, is definitely kind of got a dull orange tint to it. You don't really smell it all that much, but you can tell. You can tell. And certainly if you look back beyond the aircraft there, you can see that
Southwest
it's pretty
1694
easy.
Seattle Tower, turn right on runway 16 center down to Papa.
Okay, so Delta flight to Taipei is that big one
right on 16
off in the background there. But before them,
Jazz 807, turn right heading
we've got
230.
175 headed out to El Paso.
461, wind
Man, those
2305,
people,
runway 16 left, clear for
they have to
takeoff.
fly to El Paso on a 175 from here?
Horizon 2191, Seattle Tower,
Sorry.
kind of 6.5 mile final.
Then we have a Hawaii flight, which is a 321neo
2191.
right
Jazz
there.
807, contact departure, good day.
Departure, Jazz 807.
And then, okay, so this is clearly a problem with flight radar and American Airlines, because this flight says it's going from Dallas to Seattle. Well, it's clearly not
American
going
757, thank you.
from
Let's
Dallas.
start planning on that.
It's going from Seattle. Is it going back to Dallas? Potentially. I don't know. We'll see. Lots of local flights. Seattle, Honolulu. That's not so local. Another Atlanta flight. And then, of course, the Taipei flight. Kind of bringing up the rear at the moment, but we do have other flights coming up, taxiway Bravo. But they're gnats in the sky, E175.
Horizon 2191, wind 2305, runway 16 left, clear for takeoff.
Clear for takeoff, 16 left, Horizon 2191.
Delta 345, Seattle Tower, traffic on a 4 mile final at Charlie, cross runway 16 left, hold short of runway 16 center.
Cross 16, hold short 16 center, Delta 345.
Horizon 2275, Seattle Tower, you up?
2275, we were getting wrong, Frank, sorry.
Horizon 2275, Seattle Tower, no problem.
Pip just likes,
2305, runway 16
he likes
left,
grinding
middle
my
land.
gears.
16 left, clear line, Horizon 2275.
Delta 461, contact departure.
He knows how
runway
much I love the
461.
175 and Condor. What is it with Condor? Jailbird Condor. What I like to call it. All right. Come on, American. Going to Dallas probably, but not officially, according to flight radar.
Delta 345, runway 16 center, line up and wait. Traffic is occupying and crossing downfield.
16 center, line up and wait, Delta 345.
Pip, I don't know if you noticed that as well with the American Airlines flights. Maybe it's a Seattle thing. I don't know, but they always have it reversed. And so far, I've only noticed it with American.
Traffic on the runway is exiting prior to you, no factor. Additional traffic in position, full length.
Oh, God. I'm not even going to turn. There's another 175 landing on the left side.
All right, clear across 16 center at Quebec.
I am convinced they are doing this because I'm here.
And Southwest 1694, just to confirm, hold short, runway 16 left.
Hold short 16 left, Southwest 1694.
Horizon 2191, contact departure.
Departure is 2191.
Alaska 790, Seattle Tower at November, traffic in position, cross runway 16 center, hold short, runway 16 left.
November, cross 16 center, hold short 16 left, Alaska 790.
American 757, Seattle Tower, runway 16 left.
Flying right overhead, which I can hear.
Runway 16 left.
As a
American 757 at Charlie, cross
Dash
runway
8.
16 left, hold short, runway 16 center.
Charlie cross 16 left, hold short 16 center, American 757.
another big one. This is a Qatar 777-200 or 300 ER actually that's coming up the way. Should see them pretty soon.
All right, 2275. Continue down to November, left turn at November, and then taxi to your gate, contact the north ramp.
We do have a Prime Air flight that is currently scheduled to leave at 4:20, which it's way past at this point. So I'm not really sure what that's about, but their ADS-B is on, so we'll see about that.
American 757, runway 16 center, line up await, traffic will cross.
16 center, line up await, American 757.
Alaska 790 at November, cross runway 16 left and contact ground.
Cross 16 left over to ground, Alaska 790.
Southwest 1694 at Papa, cross runway 16 left, taxi to spot 88, contact the ramp.
16, I'll cross 16 left on Papa, 88 to the ramp, Southwest 1694.
So what you'll hear with
cross runway 16 left, right turn to spot
the
99, contact
air traffic control here at Seattle,
All right, Equebec,
as they'll say,
left over to spot 99,
cross,
2017.
you know,
319
taxi,
Seattle Tower, traffic will depart the center, traffic is crossing.
taxiway
runway
Kilo
16
via
left,
taxiway
line up
Kilo,
await.
cross
Runway
16
left,
left, go to spot 88 or spot 99. Those are what are affectionately known as the penalty box. These are areas where the aircraft have to sit and wait while they're waiting for their gate to open up. And we have a lot of that here in Seattle, a lot. There's so many aircraft coming in, and all it takes is one little mishap, and then boom, you've got one gate that is falling behind, and then other gates will start to fall behind. It's almost like dominoes. And next thing you know, because the people that service these airlines are not necessarily part of the airline, they are contracted service. So whether it's baggage handling or towing or whatever. So if they're busy on one flight, they're not tending to another flight, and so it just snowballs. And that's what happens here a lot, is that your gates, you'll hear your gate's not open, taxi to spot 88, spot 99. And yeah, that's what they tell them to do. Wow, that is a loud plane.
Alaska 319, do you have the departing American off the center runway in sight? They will be departing to the east.
American in sight, last 319.
There's our Doha flight. That's a 777-300ER back there.
Separation wind 2205, runway 16 left, clear for takeoff.
Clear for takeoff, 16 left. Thank you.
So we got a sprinkling of some heavies in here. What's really interesting, and it's just the engine design, but what's really interesting is that you will get, these heavies that take off with these high bypass engines, and they are just so much more quiet. And yeah, they rumble and everything like that, but they're just not. I need a decibel meter here just to kind of measure the sound. But I feel like they're just so much more quiet overall.
Alaska 727, Seattle Tower, can you guys take 16 center today?
Yep. Another 16 center departure.
Let's start planning for that. Okay, West 3433, maintain visual separation, runway 16 left, clear for takeoff, wind 2206.
16 left, clear for takeoff, let's go 3433.
So welcome to, we'll just call this happy hour.
19 Seattle Tower, traffic on a 10-mile final.
Plane spotting happy hour. It's a little early, but you know what? I'm from New Orleans, so it's fine. We can start happy hour now.
Cross runway 16 center, hold short runway 16 left.
On top of cross 16 center, short of 16 left, Scotch 142 Yankee.
Alaska 319, contact departure, good day.
Switch departure, good day, Alaska 319.
Target Lufthansa 488 Heavy.
Lufthansa 488 Heavy, Seattle Tower, good afternoon.
So the flight to Taipei that's right in front of us here, that is Delta 69.
Lufthansa 488. 16 left, clear land.
They have themselves a 5,200
all the way to the end,
mile
488 Heavy.
419, maintain
flight ahead of them.
runway 16 left.
They're scheduled to get in at 8 o'clock tomorrow. Gives you an idea of how far that is.
Alaska 727 at Charlie, cross runway 16 left. Runway 16 center, line up await, traffic will cross the center.
Even our Doha flight's going to get in at 5:40.
16 center, Alaska 727.
Okay, West 3433, contact departure, good day.
Departure goes 3433 CO.
Delta 952, Seattle Tower, traffic will go in position at Papa, cross runway 16 center, hold short of runway 16 left.
Alright, Papa, cross 16 center, short of 16 left, Delta 952.
Alaska 601, Seattle Tower, traffic will go in position at November, cross runway 16 center, hold short of runway 16 left.
Alaska 601, cross 16 center, hold short, 16 left.
Okay, still no flights coming in from, as far as I can tell, on the left side. I'm keeping, oh, no, we do have a flight coming in on the left side. And if it's a 175, I'm not even going to give it
Delta 419,
justice.
contact departure, good day.
Departure Delta 419.
Nope,
Have a good
this
one.
is a Lufthansa A350-900, so yes, it will get proper coverage. And that means that our flight, our Delta flight here that's headed to Taipei, is going to have to hold short because, sorry, I'm
4 mile final,
pan around here.
16 left, taxi to spot 99, contact south ramp.
Go across 6 to the left, 99.
There they are.
Alaska 601, keep it rolling, traffic 3.5 out, cross runway 16 left in November as well, and contact ground.
Alaska 601, keep it rolling, cross 16 left, ground.
And you're in front of Alabama, no factor there.
So that was 3.5 out when he made that call.
Wind 250
3.5 being 3.5 miles, or about 15,000 feet.
Take up Alaska 727.
All the way from Munich. There they are.
Coach 285, Seattle Tower on, just stay on Quebec. Alaska 1839, Seattle Tower, November, cross runway 16 center, hold short of runway 16 left.
Cross 16 center, hold short 16 left, Alaska 1839.
There they go.
Skywest 4174, Seattle Tower at Papa, crash runway 16 center, hold short of runway 16 left. You'll occupy the center briefly.
Alright, at Papa, cross 16 center, hold short, runway 16 left, Skywest 4174.
Coach
Oh,
285, Seattle Tower,
oh, there they are.
crash runway 16
Touchdown
center,
right there.
hold short of runway 16 left.
Hold short 16 left.
Okay, here's a flight to Taipei, headed out.
Alaska 727, thanks for the help, contact departure, good day.
Sure thing, good day, Alaska 727.
Delta 69 Heavy, Seattle Tower, traffic on a 15-mile final, traffic will cross, runway 16 left, line up and wait.
16 left, line up and wait, Delta 69 Heavy.
Horizon 2097, Seattle Tower at November, crash runway 16 center, hold short of runway 16 left. Horizon 2097,
Seattle flights
Tower,
have
November,
no
cross
idea,
runway
buddy.
16 center, hold short of runway 16 left.
All right, so we got a 7-3. Let me go back to our
Cross 16 left,
ground.
Horizon
The
2097,
line just
Seattle
keeps
Tower,
on
November,
going.
cross runway 16 center, hold short of runway 16 left.
Cross 16 center.
They're doing their best to get them out of here, but okay, so plane that just disappeared behind the bushes there, that's
Coach 285 at Quebec, cross runway 16 left,
says,
traffic in position.
oh, okay,
Taxi
that's the
to
one that's
spot
going to
99,
Taipei.
contact the ramp.
And then this flight here, this Delta flight, is going to Detroit.
Skywest 142 Yankee at Papa, crash
And
runway
then
16
right
left.
behind
Follow Sun
them
Country to spot 99, contact south ramp.
is my favorite aircraft, the 175 down to Eugene for Southwest
Delta 533, plan numbers for 16 center.
down to
is
Las
unable
Vegas,
advise.
max 8,
16 center, Delta 5.
right in front of our Doha
Lufthansa
flight,
488 Heavy,
Qatar
left turn there,
Airlines.
Contact ground point 7 went off.
We are busy here.
Lufthansa 488, to the left, ground point 7, correct.
Right, 2097 at November, crash runway 16 left, traffic in position, contact ground.
Cross 16 left on November and over to ground, Horizon 2097.
Delta 952, traffic in position, crash runway 16 left at Papa, taxi to spot 99, contact
Oh.
south ramp.
Alex, I did text you, buddy. I thought I sent you my location.
Southwest 3983,
Hang
Seattle
on.
Tower, thanks for your patience. Turn right on runway 16 center.
Oh,
left
sorry.
at
I
Papa,
totally
and hold
screwed
short of
that up.
runway 16
I
left.
didn't send it.
Right on 16 center, left on Papa, hold short 1.
My bad. It was, I said share location, and then I didn't hit the send button. That is completely my bad.
Okay, well, it's 4174.
But anyway, I just sent it to you, so you know where I am now.
Taxi to spot 99, contact south ramp.
Alright, cross 16 left Papa.
So look at the size difference. You know, a lot of people say, you know, there's no way that a 737 fuselage can fit into
United 2483, Seattle Tower.
that.
Follow southwest and turn right on runway 16 center down to Papa.
I think that's possible.
Runway 16 left.
I think that's very possible, actually.
Center and Papa
Now it's got to be the extent of the cowling, right? It's not the engine itself. It's the cowling around the engine. But yeah, you could fit that in there for sure.
Seattle Tower, Alaska 555, with you approaching Douglas ILS, 16 left.
Alaska 69 Heavy, wind 250 at 5, runway 16 left, clear for takeoff.
Delta 69 Heavy, 16 left, clear for takeoff.
Delta 533, Seattle Tower, just hold short of 16 left.
Say again for 533.
Delta 533, hold short of runway 16 left.
Yep, short of 16 left.
We have got a good complement of aircraft here.
Alaska 555, Seattle Tower, caution wake turbulence, heavy Airbus departs prior to your arrival, wind 260 at 5, runway 16 left, clear land.
Clear to land, 16 left, Alaska 555.
Let us see what we see here. Okay, so
United 1265, Seattle Tower, turn right on runway 16 center.
there's our heavy.
Left, Juliet, then hold short
Headed
on
out
runway
to
16 left.
Taipei and the Doha flight. And then we have another, we have an ANA 787-9 Dreamliner, which is right there. Look at that. Beautiness.
Starwalker 032 Heavy, Seattle Tower, traffic.
So if you're just joining us, when we started the stream, there was virtually no aircraft on the runway at all. Oh, we got a Southwest flight here. I don't understand why they're doing this, but okay.
Left 1464, Seattle Tower, give way to United, left to right. Then on November, cross runway 16 center, hold short of runway 16 left.
Okay, after United, cross 16 center, hold short of 16 right on November on
Not sure why they're doing that to
69
us.
Heavy, contact departure, good day.
69 Heavy, over departure, good day.
There's my buddy.
1513, Seattle
You
Tower,
did guess right.
go in position on the center.
Oh, okay.
At
All
November,
right,
cross
right
runway
on.
16 center, hold short of runway 16 left.
I know, it's a
You're
great
on
spot, huh?
On the left as well.
Was that for Alaska 513?
513, Alaska 513.
I am so
November,
sorry.
cross runway 16
Seriously,
center,
it was
hold short of
like
runway 16 left.
On November, cross 16 center, hold
send
short
my
16 left,
location
Alaska 513.
and share my location.
Traffic on the center
and
runway, head into your
hit the
right
center.
there.
So-
They are taxiing, only no factor.
Alaska 513.
533 at Charlie, cross runway 16 left, runway 16 center.
So my buddy Alex, who is an aviation enthusiast and
Cross 16 left, Charlie,
a
16 center, line up and wait, out of 530.
he's been in the aviation industry in one way, shape, or form for a very long time. He is here. So we've got that's a Qatar 777-300DR that's headed out to Doha. All right, so I'm gonna get you a bike so you can chit chat.
Contact south ramp.
Alright, follow Southwest, cross 16 left.
So Alex,
Alex
and I go back in the way that I used to run a brewery, and Alex as well. And between the two of us, Alex had a brewery called Airways Brewing, and so he's been involved in aviation, like I said, one way or another, for quite some time. And so we get a lot of, or he would get a lot of customers from the industry, as well as some of the other local areas that are, or local businesses that are getting into, let's say, outer space-ish type stuff.
Starwalker 032 Heavy.
I don't know what I'm able to talk about, so I'm trying to be.
Give way to United on the
I don't want to violate any NDAs. Not that it matters at this point, but
Roger, after United, cross runway 16 left to Gauge Sierra 12.
this should be enough rope to hang yourself with.
Runway Starwalker 032.
Okay, come on.
Delta 533.
Should be able to hear me. Now we're gonna have to mic you up.
Center, cleared for takeoff.
You hear okay?
For takeoff.
Oh, hang on a second.
Center, Delta 533.
Should be able to hear now. Okay, cool. All right, so Alex is here with me, and now I'm going to get Alex mic'd up so that he can contribute to the conversation.
At hotel, cross runway 16 left, less 10 Bravo behind.
We're going to try a couple of different ways to do this, but I think we got a good way.
Make it a right turn onto Bravo, then contact ground.
Right turn onto Bravo, then ground, United 1265, just confirming that's 0.7 here.
Affirmative, good day.
Delta 4, Cessna 272, running 16 left, I'll let you best Yankee 10 miles.
All right.
Asiana 272, heavy Seattle Tower, wind 270 at 6, traffic in position, runway 16 left, clear to land.
Runway 16 left, clear to land, Asiana 272.
Okay. Do we have an Air China coming in? Could be.
Central aircraft, Seattle information, Delta current, wind 270.
We did have an emergency aircraft earlier. Yeah, I'm not sure what that was about.
Horizon 2338, wind 270 at 6, runway 16 left.
All right, so we got that.
Left, clear for takeoff, Horizon 2338.
Southwest 393, Seattle Tower, traffic on a 7-mile final, runway 16 left, line up away.
16 left, line up away, South 393.
Delta 533, thanks for the help, contact departure today.
Departure, Delta 533.
Not hearing. Okay, that come all the way up. Wrong slot. There we go. All right. So Alex is mic'd up.
Uh-oh.
Yeah.
I did find you, and
did.
then you, I messaged and said, where are you? I just didn't come around the corner enough, but I did get to see the Lufthansa
You did?
A350.
Okay,
Yes.
cool. All right.
Last Friday at this time, I was sitting in that line.
In this line?
Yes.
Or you going down to Sacramento?
San Francisco, which had a convenient ground stop, which I think resulted in about a 45-minute just sit at the gate waiting for us to get a slot into San Francisco. So.
Okay. I think what I'm going to do, Alex, is I'm going to give you a lav to maybe isolate a little bit.
Are you going to be able to take 16 center today?
So
Yes,
why don't you...
1456.
Swap back. Is this a union job here?
It's a
1456.
There you go. Try that.
600
Clip it anywhere.
Hey there.
Hey, can you take the center?
Sure, we can do that.
There you go.
Thanks, let's plan of that.
That way we're isolating a little bit.
585 Seattle Tower, November, cross runway 16 center, hold short of runway 16 left.
Cross 16 center at November, hold short of 16 left, Alaska 585.
Horizon 2064 Seattle Tower, can you guys take 16 center?
All right, here we go. What do we got?
Horizon 2064, thanks, let's plan for that.
Oh, we got the Asiana flight?
Yeah.
Oh, there they are. Yeah, there they are.
777-200.
Southwest 393, contact departure, good day.
Southwest 393, see ya.
There they are. There we are. So Alex is a long. Gosh, I feel like I've known you since 2012, maybe.
Yeah, probably.
Somewhere around there.
Probably.
And
forward on Tango.
That's interesting.
Tango November, then hold short of 16
So
center
Alex and I both we had breweries in the area. This was our prior life was before brewing. Yours was what?
So I was a graphic designer for Alaska Airlines of my almost 13 years there, 10 of those years.
Okay. So, and then you've gotten some flight training?
Yes, I got my private pilot's license.
Your private pilot's is different from...
90s, which is weird because I'm only 27 years old. So, yes, used to fly traffic airplanes.
Okay, on November cross
Sacramento.
Right on.
Reporting for radio stations.
And do you feel comfortable mentioning the station you used to work for?
The infamous KFBK.
Now, why is it infamous? Is it famous or infamous?
Famous, infamous. 1 month before I started, Rush Limbaugh left his local talk show to go host his national show. So all of my coworkers were his coworkers. And then when he would come back and do his national show from our radio station, I was his producer.
Okay.
So that's my claim to fame in the radio industry.
Okay. Well, so, I mean...
No matter how you feel about him, he was a good radio host.
Yes, he was.
Yes. There's somebody big lined up too.
We got a number of flights here that are lined up. Some heavies lined up here. So let's see, we've got so the Doha flight is on its way out of here, and then right behind them we have the 787 to Haneda, and now we have a Shanghai flight right behind them.
On a 5.5 mile final.
Oh, no, that's just San Jose.
Hold shorter from my 16
but
center.
we have
16 left, hold short.
350, a 7879, and of course this 777 just left.
Position on the center at November cross from my 16
Pretty
center.
busy time.
And a bunch of 737.
Yeah, well, so
in between.
yes. So one of the things that is probably the most frustrating for me is the E175 situation. I just I can't do it.
See, you make a game of it. Is it Horizon or SkyWest?
Well, I guess that's one way to do it, but but I I just find it kind of frustrating at times.
We can guess the 737 variant from afar.
You know how you can do that though, right? You if it's got scalloped cowlings in the rear, that's a MAX. If it's a straight cowling on the rear, it's a 900 series.
We were pulling into SeaTac a couple of weeks ago, and there was a MAX 9 parked next to a standard 900 ER of Alaska.
Yeah.
And I said to my wife, the APU exhausts are different. I said, oh, you know how you can tell the difference? And she broke my heart when she said she did not care.
Well, that's look. If you look at the demographic for my audience here, it's the majority of my audience is males 45 and plus. Yeah, so that's fine.
Why look? It's a MAX 9.
Oh boy. Yeah, they've been messing with me. They've been landing some E175s on the left side, and we're just like, dude, put them on the right. I mean, come on. What's going on here? Okay, so let's see. This flight that is, its tail is barely poking out the back here. As to San Luis Obispo.
Hold shorter from my 16 center.
Cross 16 left at Charlie.
Of course, it's a 175. Another 175 behind them down to LAX. Could you imagine you're booking a flight to LAX and you have, you can either get a 737 MAX 9 or an E175. Talk about getting the short end of the straws, right? They're like drawing the short straw, right?
Is that Delta? That's going from 175 to LA?
Right, 2065.
Let's see.
Line for weight 16 center, horizon 2060.
Yes. No, United Express.
Oh,
contact departure, good day.
And then right behind them is Alaska/Horizon. Okay, so this is another thing that I need settled, and you probably have some insight on this that I don't have. Is Horizon its own independent operating entity, or at this stage, or is it rolled under to the Alaska umbrella, even though it's flying under the Alaska flag, right? But is it...
believe
SkyWest 55, 57.
it is similar to SkyWest in that it's its own thing. It has its own president, its own staff, and Alaska has a capacity arrangement with them.
Okay.
16 center, clear for takeoff, Horizon 2064.
That was always a bone of contention when Horizon was more or less equal to Alaska.
Right, right.
Had little dog syndrome. When we were allowed to just market as Alaska Airlines, it was much simpler than trying to have a dual brand.
Right,
Now,
right.
the irony is Alaska is back to a dual brand with Hawaiian. So,
Right, but how long is that going to be?
Okay, we'll rotate.
I don't know.
Okay.
I don't know.
That'd be really interesting. Let's see here.
Yeah, an E-175 for 2.5 hours, that's...
Yeah, it's rough.
That's precedent.
Yeah. Wow, that microphone does, or I think it's a connection.
577, wind 2506,
Yeah,
there we go.
Okay, so the ANA is to Haneda.
Horizon 2322,
And then right behind them is to Shanghai. And then a bunch of little ones.
Thanks for the help. Contact departure. Good day.
Switch to departure, have a good one, Horizon 2064.
You know, the 787, it's not an overly large aircraft, right? I mean, it's a wide body, right? But at the same time, it's not like massive wide body. And I think that's one of the reasons why Boeing built it, is that it's ETOP certified, so they can go pretty much anywhere with it. It's super fuel efficient, but it's also, the operating costs on it are just way lower than, say, like the 747-400. Right.
I'm actually surprised when I see the 787-8, how small of an aircraft it really is. But if you look back to the old 767-200, it was also not a big wide body.
That's true.
Yet they were flying transatlantic.
Yeah.
Alaska 456, ILS 16 right.
Alaska 456, contact the other tower 120.905. SkyWest 5577.
So thanks everybody for joining in and watching the stream. It's Friday evening. We're here in Seattle. I'm with my good friend Alex, who has been in aviation for quite a while, and we are just here watching some. We're nerding out on a Friday evening, watching some planes take off, and hopefully we'll catch a few landing. Like I said, I'll be back here, when I said earlier in the show, I'll be back here on Sunday. I'm just testing out this lens and everything. And yeah, I mean, I'm very grateful for everybody who tunes into the show. Even more grateful for those people who subscribe and maybe like the stream. That's always nice, especially with YouTube's new requirements. We have a mad dash to get to 1,000 subscribers and a certain amount of watch hours. So even if you put us on in the background, I'm not supposed to say this, but even if you put us on the background, just watch us, in the background, and that would help a long way towards getting this channel up and over that hump, so that we don't have to deal with YouTube's guidelines or restrictions on that stuff. See if let's see here.
This is the 787 first?
Yes.
Okay.
All right. Why?
Alaska 439, Seattle Tower. Traffic on the center runway is taxiing only, no factor at Papa. Cross runway 16 center, hold short of runway 16 left.
Cross 16 center, hold short of 16 left, traffic inside Alaska 439.
First class in the A seat is the only way
Seattle Tower. Just give way to Delta.
to roll on an E-175. Okay. There we go.
740 Seattle Tower, Quebec, cross runway 16 center, hold short of runway 16 left. Alaska 740 Seattle Tower, US.
We had this quiz the other day, I believe that was Aer Lingus that just landed.
Yeah.
What is Aer Lingus's call sign in air traffic control? And you know the answer to that? You do?
Shamrock.
Shamrock, all right.
Alaska 740,
What is British Airways?
Cross runway 16 center, hold short of runway 16
Wow, see, look, this guy knows what he's talking about.
Hey, I could nerd out here in front of you
Yes.
with people who are watching
Yes.
who also will appreciate this kind of stuff.
Yeah, absolutely.
So Aer Lingus, a couple of years ago to Dublin, we had the most wonderful all-male flight attendant crew, and they were jolly and excited and made the flight a lot of fun. And eating a shepherd's pie for dinner.
You had a shepherd's pie?
I thought it was good too. For airline food, it was pretty good.
That's awesome.
Papa, ground left at 439.
740 traffic in position, cross runway 16.
I remember, I've said this multiple times on the live stream, but I remember flying Aer Lingus from Dublin to Copenhagen. And it was an A330, and there were windows in the bathroom.
Oh.
Yeah. It was a business class.
Interesting.
You know? So I guess if you want to either watch outside or be watched if you're on the ground. I don't know, but
Southwest
yeah.
1536, Seattle Tower, you up?
Yes, we are Southwest 1536.
It's kind of like that scene in Airplane when he's washing the windows. And he lifts up the nose cone hood, right? And he's like, he's trying to get the hood back down, boom, and it falls off the edge. It's kind of the same thing. It's like, you know, the ground crew, like, just kind of going past you, cleaning the windows, and they're like, oh.
281 Heavy, Seattle Tower, caution wake turbulence, Heavy going liner departs.
So, anyway, this is a flight to Shanghai, I believe, that we are watching here. This is Delta 281 35900.
Down to taxiway Papa.
There they go.
Short of runway 16 left.
Okay, right turn 16 center. We're going to taxi out 16 center to Papa. Hold short of 16 left on Papa, Delta 877.
Seattle Tower, good day to appreciate that Echo, runway 16 left.
Nowadays, when I look at a wide body like that, it's different from when I was a kid. It was like, oh, exciting. I wish I was on there, going wherever they're going.
Right.
And then as I progressed in age, I think there's a lot of people who are really comfortable on that plane and a lot of people who are going to suffer for another 11, 12 hours.
And you know, the funny thing is that you like that. Before you came in, there was Iceland Air and Iceland Air, and both Iceland Air and Alaska fly 737s, Max 8s, or Max 9s to Reykjavik. Why?
I have done that in a Max 9 on Iceland Air. I cannot say it was the most comfortable thing in the world. And I like Iceland Air a lot. I've flown them 3 times, 3 different aircraft types over the last 8 years. First time, 767. Super comfortable, old school seats, lots of padding. You know, it came from somewhere else, and they kept the seats. Second time, 757. Great airplane, all around. Also, old style seats. Third time, Max 9. Same thought as you, like, what are they doing?
Well, I mean, it's like, it's a narrow body plane. You got what? It's configured for 1, maybe 2 first class lavs, and then 2, possibly 3 economy. And that, I mean, what is that? 6-hour flight?
7 hours. I mean, the good thing is you generally, it's a shorter flight, so you arrive before you're truly miserable.
Right.
And then you get about an hour to stand. The operation that they have there in Reykjavik is super efficient.
Okay.
And they'll churn you onto your destination if you're connecting in an hour or a little over an hour. Like I said, I like Iceland Air. I've got some great fares. People are always friendly. mixed experiences with them being on time and missing connections on the way back home.
Well, so that's the thing. Is like I was thinking about this earlier before you arrived. Are people going to Reykjavik to terminate in Reykjavik, or are they going elsewhere inside Europe?
I think from what I read, it's about 50-50.
Okay.
And you can, the great thing about it is you can, on the same ticket, you can stop over in Iceland and then continue on to continental Europe if that's your ultimate destination. Here we go.
Oh, there we go. I was wondering why they were hanging out.
Turkish.
Yep, Turkish Air. Here we go. All these dudes are hanging out, waiting to take off because of that Turkish flight. Come on.
Delta 2169 Seattle Tower, runway 16 left, line up and wait.
There they are.
Press.
16 left, line below Delta 2169.
It's the Delta, whatever their alliance.
Yeah, the Sky Team.
November cross, runway 16 center, hold short of runway 16 left.
And the only reason I knew that is because I could see it on the spawn.
Okay.
I know One World and what's the other one? Star Alliance?
Star Sky Team, yes.
Yeah.
Southwest 1536, thanks for
okay, here's a special. Is this a UW livery? It looks like it is for
Delta Echo Heavy. If able, turn left at taxiway Papa.
Alaska. Yep. Go Dogs.
456 at November cross, runway 16 left, traffic position, contact ground.
So this is where Alex is watching from. I'm showing them the zoomed out view, and this is where we're viewing from. Right, so
The sketchy people have left the parking lot down there too?
Yeah, there's always sketchy people at this parking lot. There's always. I'm convinced it's the people that want to smoke and drink without their spouses knowing. They come here
and watch airplanes.
And watch. They don't even come. They don't even get out of their car. They just stay there in the parking lot. It's like, dude, I'm actually doing something here. I'm not trying to avoid my spouse.
November cross 16 left, contact ground Alaska 760.
877 if you want. You can turn right on 16
Alaska,
left,
which was about number
4
back, just cut across.
Yeah, just cut.
Okay, we'll do that. We'll do the little juke here.
I don't wonder yeah, where are they going? They're headed to Denver.
Again, right turn Tango, hold short of
intersection departure, I'm guessing.
Yeah, Alaska.
Right turn, hold short.
Well, they were scheduled to leave almost an hour ago.
Oh, okay. Yeah, so get out.
That probably has something to do with it. We do have an ET and Amazon Air. It's that freight over there that's lit up now.
Left 402, let's amend that taxi, back taxi runway 16 center to Mike, and hold short of runway 16 left.
So they're holding, well no, we have, let's see what's going on. Seattle Juneau is on 16 left. They're back behind that UW 175.
2169, wind 230 at 4, runway 16 left, clear for takeoff.
16 left, clear for takeoff, over 2169.
Horizon 2367.
Okay, so 2169's on its way out of here, headed up to Juneau, Alaska.
Delta to Juneau?
Yeah.
Almost blasphemous.
I know. You know what? I was talking about this earlier. It's like Delta is, they're going after the jugular here in Seattle.
To be fair, Delta acquired Western in 1987, and Western also served Juneau.
Yep.
I didn't know that before I started working at Alaska. When I first started, I was in a call center job at the mileage plan, and to listen to everybody pitch at me about the fact that Western no longer flew to Juneau and we had a monopoly and everything else. So, yes, Delta bringing back that Western spirit to Juneau.
Did Western become Northwestern, or Northwestern was its own?
Northwest was its own thing.
Okay.
So yeah, Western was.
But Northwestern
based in
Northwestern was based in
Minneapolis.
Minneapolis, right? Yeah.
So all the Delta Salt Lake comes from Western.
Okay.
which I only flew once to Salt Lake.
Yep, that was a big white plane, white 727s with a huge W on the back.
Yep.
Red W on the back.
727 one way, 737-200 the other.
Oh.
Sacramento, Salt Lake City.
All right.
That's when all the fun regional airlines disappeared in the late 80s. PSA, Air California.
Wasn't there Olympic Airlines?
I'm trying to think.
Yeah, Olympic I think was based out of here.
I'm trying to think of what was based out of here. So Alaska bought Horizon.
Yeah.
Horizon itself bought several smaller carriers.
125, 1260 at 6, 16 left, takeoff.
But yeah, all that's when the variety started disappearing from aviation. But I mean, it's just part of the industry.
Consolidation does happen. All right, so the flight taking 16 left right now is headed out to Kailua Kona. 737 MAX 9. Again, 737 in Hawaii, and just not about that. But then right after them is a flight headed to Anchorage. That's not so bad.
What, about 3 hours or something like that?
3.5-ish, I guess.
One of the longest day trips I ever took was to go speak to a group up in Anchorage about e-commerce, and flew up after work to Anchorage.
Yeah.
Had dinner, spoke to them. They drove me to the airport. I wanted to catch a specific flight so I could be home about midnight and not have to take one of the horrible red eyes out of Anchorage.
2015 Seattle Tower, November, cross
got back on the plane, came home. And I think I was in the air for about 6 hours, and I was on the ground in Anchorage for 2.
238, 1205, left, clear for takeoff.
Clear for takeoff, 16 left.
Hey, but they got their speaker.
225 Seattle Tower.
You know?
Yep, and I got dinner.
Oh, we got dinner out of it. Hey, you can't complain about that.
1385, contact departure.
Good day, Oscar 1385.
All right, so this 175, this poor little guy's off to Boise.
Seattle Tower at Papa, cross runway 16 center, hold short, runway 16 left.
Alright, Papa, cross 16 center, hold short 16 left, enter flight left.
Then we have another, looks like 7-3 coming up the way. We do. And it's down to LAX at MAX 9. And then we have 737-900 behind them down to Houston. So I don't see any well, let's see here. Oh, we do have an Emirates 777-200 that is currently scheduled to leave 6 minutes ago. That is taxiing out right now. So we got that.
Takeoff 16 left, 225.
3688 Seattle Tower, 16 left on a point.
16 left, line up away, Ghost 3688.
So Alex, have you ever been to this spot before?
No.
You really?
First time.
Oh, okay. So one of the live streamers that I know, who's actually moderator on a channel here, a guy named Pip, he showed me this place.
Oh, nice.
When he was here, we were visiting, or he was visiting back in January, and I was like, this is actually a decent spot. Now, you can't catch a lot of the aircraft departing because of the trees here. Wouldn't it be a shame if there was like a windstorm or something that blew those over? It'd be terrible. But this is a decent place to catch, your arrivals on 16 left and then departures on 16 left as well. The biggest challenge with this spot is these trees in front of us. So.
There used to be, before they built the third runway, there was a great observation area down towards the south end of the airport.
Really?
On the west side.
Okay.
And maybe parking for 30 cars. And I used to take my lunch from Alaska Airlines and could just go park there and watch airplanes. And you were right along the runway that's now the center runway.
Really?
And with the addition of the third runway, they wiped that out.
Yeah. So there is the ground radar station that's on the west side of the field, and there is a gravel parking area, but they've made it abundantly clear with signs that this is not supposed to be a place where no public access, that kind of thing.
No fun?
No fun.
No fun may be had here.
The new
402
observation
at
deck,
Mike, cross runway
unfortunately,
16
is not
left,
all that
contact
in a
ground,
bag of
traffic
chips.
highway
It's
30.
Cross 16 left at Mike
it's
to ground, Alaska 402.
it's an interesting
2015
attempt,
at
but it's
November,
not
cross
really.
runway 16 left, taxi beam your gate, contact the ramp.
Is this an old Continental livery? What am I looking at
Frontier
here?
flight 1175 at Papa, cross runway 16 left, contact ground.
At Papa, cross 16 left over to ground.
It definitely looks like a beige.
34 at Mike,
Maybe it's
cross
just the
runway 16
sunlight.
left, contact ground. 34 at Mike, cross runway 16 left,
Yeah, it could be
contact
just the sun.
That's flight 34, cross 16 left at Mike, contact ground.
The controllers have done an
379
amazing
at Papa,
job
cross
clearing
runway
out that
16
backlog.
left, taxi
They
at
did.
box 100.
They did.
Contact
I mean, it's like now.
And cross 16 left to 05.
Yeah, I was watching your stream going,
Bravo
ooh,
2,
that's going to
Box
take forever.
100,
But they
Well,
haven't.
so we had an emergency aircraft. We don't know why. We had an emergency aircraft that shut down everything at the airport, and that's why everything backed up. So this is kind of the, I guess these are the stragglers at this point, getting up on out of here.
That's 465 Seattle Tower, November, back taxi, runway 16 center to Mike, hold short, runway 16 left.
So this last United that's hanging out here, this is a 900. It is headed to Houston. I swear it, that livery, it looks tan on the bottom.
465, go ahead.
That's 465 at November, back taxi, runway 16 center to Mike, hold short, runway 16 left.
All right, November, back taxi 16 center to
It's
Mike,
gotta be
hold
the
short,
sunlight.
16 left, Alaska 465.
Empire 7657, Seattle Tower at Echo, cross runway 16 center, hold short, runway 16 left.
Echo, cross 16 center, hold short, 16 left.
Yeah, it's just a.
That's
all it is.
492, wind 230 at 6, runway 16 left, good for takeoff.
Good for takeoff, 16 left, Alaska 492.
United 1660, Seattle Tower, runway 16 left, final point.
Final point, 16 left, United 1660.
Let's see if we got any other heavies coming in here. I don't see anything on the radar at the moment. But there goes our Houston flight.
Yeah, a bit of a lull.
A little bit of a lull, which is kind of common here.
Oh, yeah? Look
Yeah,
at
when
that.
I've.
Old Continental for sure.
Yep.
I still miss the U.
Oh, for the United?
tulip.
Yeah. Yeah.
I really think they should have kept that, but
They did away with that, but after 9/11, right? The multicolored U.
yeah,
Right?
I think they wanted to be more worldly, and the Continental livery went out for that. But
yeah.
I don't, which was fine for Continental, but
It's 1660, 1230
yeah,
at 5.
still
runway
miss the
16
old
left,
United
takeoff.
livery.
We have takeoff 16 left, United 1660.
So that is. Well, we're gonna have to check the map here and
492,
see what we
contact
see. I don't see anybody. Well, I see some people taxiing out.
That's 641
Yes,
Seattle
let's
Tower,
see, we
November,
have
cross
Seattle
runway
to
16 center,
Missoula,
hold
which
short,
of course
runway
is a
16 left.
175. Okay, we do have the Emirates flight that is finally coming up the way, so that's good.
Empire 7657 at Echo, cross runway 16 left, taxi via Bravo to Targo 2, contact the north ramp.
Echo, cross 16 left.
Birdies,
Bravo,
lots of birdies around here.
Well, our video also answering the question, where do they put the de-icing trucks when they're
Right, right there. There's a bunch of them. It's really interesting how. Oh, look, there's a little FedEx caravan out there.
Nice.
Cross 16 left and over the ground, Alaska 641.
Res 2117, Seattle Tower.
That's something you don't
cross
see a
runway
lot up
16
here.
center, cross runway 16 left, contact ground.
Cross 16 center, cross 16 center, cross 16 left, over to ground, res 2117.
United 1660, contact departure.
Our departure, United 1660, good day.
So they go over into the freight terminal. Excuse me, I kicked the tripod there, but they go over to the freight terminal, which is kind of back there. So you'll see the tower there, and there's actually off in the distance there is a couple aircraft, but that's the freight terminal. So you'll see them. FedEx, Cargo-Lux, Cargo-Lux, which graces us with a 747 freighter every now and then, which is kind of nice. It's kind of funny that the home of the 747, we probably have had the most rapid drop-off
true.
Of 747s here, traffic-wise.
I think a couple of years ago, before Condor started, Seattle, Frankfurt, Lufthansa was still bringing it in here.
Yeah.
But Condor has eaten into their share,
mm-hmm.
and now we get a mixture of the 330s and 340s, which are... An A340 is a 4-engine aircraft, so at least it's more exciting than what you see all the time.
Aer Lingus is good for the 340. They have kept them around, but the 330, like the 330, what is it, Neo? I guess is it the 330 Neos? Are okay. They're a take on the original 330. Right. The 350 is fairly impressive. It's basically the equivalent of a 777.
Seems to be a lot of them out of SeaTac too.
Yes. We have seen far more Airbus Heavies this evening than I have seen of Boeing Heavies. And I think that has to do everything with Delta.
True.
Right?
True.
Speaking of Boeing aircraft, we do have some coming up the taxiway here. This is taxiway Bravo. So we do have Seattle to Fat.
Fresno. So one of my cross-country flights to get my private license was Sacramento to Fresno.
Oh, really?
Yeah. I had lunch. There's a restaurant where you could park the plane, go through the gate, eat lunch at the hotel that's there, and then get back in your airplane and leave. So I sat at a table for 8 by myself. Probably 22 years old, and then got back on the airplane.
393 Seattle Tower.
What time of the year was that?
Runway 16 left.
You remember?
16 left, clear takeoff left.
Say early spring.
Okay.
Sacramento was not a place you wanted to fly a light aircraft in the summer.
Yes. You bounced around like a circus toy.
Oh, yeah.
Yep. All right, so that's the Alaska flight headed to Fresno. Fresno. Nobody goes to Fresno anymore. Sorry, airplane reference.
Go to Yosemite, though. Land in Fresno, drive to Yosemite.
That's true. That's true. And then right behind them is a 737-800 to Phoenix. And then we do have another 737. This is a 900 going to Oakland. Not too far behind, right there.
Line up and wait 16 left, Alaska 744.
So gang, we'll probably run this till about 6 o'clock our time local. So about another half hour or so. Try and catch that Emirates 777 and hopefully a few other inbounds that decide they want to make it on time.
Tower Alaska 602, I just want to make sure you said the soonest was 40, correct?
Affirmative.
All right, thanks.
465, I see your gate just opened up. I'll get you moved shortly.
465, thanks.
Alaska to Rome.
Yes.
Has come to life. So we may see that. Scheduled departure at 5:30, so we might see that before
that would be awesome. Get the Aurora livery in there.
Yeah.
2748, contact the other tower 120.
Now they've got so many of them. It's like I'm seeing them all the time. I got we've got Heathrow, we've got Incheon, we've got Haneda, Rome. So it's like four destinations right now with the 787.
Who would have ever thought?
I know, right? Alaska going to Asia and Europe.
I remember when Alaska started flying to Hawaii, the team that I was on, we went out to the end concourse to watch the first Seattle-Honolulu flight leave.
Right.
And we were also amazed that we were flying over water for 5 hours. And we all tracked the airplane too. Like, it's halfway between Seattle and Honolulu and everything else. It's amazing.
1240, left, takeoff.
Sorry, microphone difficulties there.
Yep, there we go.
Okay.
Take my shirt off of it. We were all amazed that we were flying to Hawaii. And now, look at...
Yeah, around the world.
Like you said, yeah. Rome, Tokyo, Seoul. It's amazing.
It's pretty awesome.
787s. I saw a video review of the first London Heathrow flight, and someone pulled out the menu that was presented to business class, and I thought, who would imagine Alaska would have business class menus, you know, at any point?
They're 777 with the GE 90 engines. I just saw a posting by Boeing regarding the GE9X, and it has now attained the world record for the most thrust output by an engine, 134,900 pounds per engine.
It's crazy.
And they have to derate the engines for commercial service, for whatever reason. There we go, Emirates 777. Looking all spiffy.
You said that's a 200?
Yeah, 200 ER.
Interesting.
Or 200 LR, actually.
It's a very unusual type.
Yeah. Yeah, it's a 200 LR. So the 200 is 4 exit doors. The 300 is 5 exit doors. That's how you can tell the difference. And a little 175.
So you're saying going back to the 777-9, there is no rocket mode. They'll be able to select.
No, they don't. They don't. I don't think they need it. Well, then again, they've done most of their testing in aircraft that are fairly empty.
Right.
But they just they just published new numbers as far as its range, and it can fly further than originally published.
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
Nice. Good news for Boeing, finally.
Yep. I know, right? And where is it? That Emirates, there it goes.
Star 7511 at
So you can see that the airport is on a plateau, but kind of dips down a little bit. And that 777 should pop up somewhere around here. There they go.
465 at Mike, cross runway 16 left, contact ground.
Good cross 16 left to ground, 465 feet up.
That's also a very long flight ahead.
Yeah. Someone is in that center seat in the center section. And going, dang, I should have paid for the advanced seat assignment.
Yeah. I can't imagine. It's like, what is it? Usually 777's what, 2, 5, and 2?
I think
it depends on the airline.
Airlines have gone to 333.
Really?
Or 343.
Okay. 343. Oh my God.
Or 333. Yeah, I'm not sure. I've only been on 2 777s in my life, so.
Oh, really?
Just never works out.
Mm.
And those trips were many years apart.
Well, when I used to commute to Tokyo every month, that was the airplane that I took over. Got to the point where I knew the flight crew. That's scary. Okay, so this Alaska that is headed on to 16 left is a 737 MAX 8 to Salt Lake City. And then right behind them a 175 again. Down to LA by American Eagle.
Horizon 2286, Seattle Tower at November, cross runway.
And then right behind them is another one. Oh, this is a 220. Finally, a 220. Now, Delta is famous for its usage of the 220. I say famous. I mean, they're the most prolific user of the A220 in the United States, I think.
GOS 3891, Seattle Tower, Papa, cross runway 16 center, hold short, runway 16 left.
Alright, cross 16 center, Papa, short 16 left, skies 38 now.
Southwest 2748, Seattle Tower, Papa, cross runway 16
So you're saying there's a chance with that Alaska flight?
He is on the move.
Okay.
Looks like behind the S concourse going under the bridge.
Okay, yeah, see it.
Yeah.
Got it.
Who's he got in front of him here? He's got another Alaska.
Yep, down to Redmond, a 175, yep.
So they won't hold him up.
Okay, well, hey. So that'll be our final aircraft for the stream. We'll do the Alaska Aurora livery 787 headed out to Rome, and that'll be it for us tonight. But we still got some time here as we get this A220 out of here. On its way to where? To Dulles?
Wow.
Okay.
That is a long flight.
That's a long flight in a 220. All right.
I understand they're super comfy though, so.
Are they?
Yeah, that
6438 1220.
from what I remember, standard seat width is 19 inches.
Okay.
So 2 inches or 2.5 inch and a half wider than the 737 seats.
Really?
So
but they're 3 and 3.
3.2.
3.2.
Just like the old MD-80.
Okay. Just the it was last month. There was a DC-9 that took off out of Boeing Field that I caught, built in 1966.
Oh, ha!
It's flown under the Ameristar flag now.
Oh yeah, all right.
Yeah, so
1966. Wow.
I know. That's before both of us, and we're old.
Yes.
All right, so that 220 is just hanging tight. I don't see any aircraft on approach. That guy's for the left side, so I don't see anybody on the right side. I'm sorry, for the guy on the right side, not for the left. Okay.
November, cross 16 left,
So the oldest that I see out of here semi-regularly is old 767-200.
Yes.
TWA.
Yep.
I think it's ABX or something like that.
ABX, yep.
Built in early 80s.
Yep. A lot of the Prime Air flights are the 767, so 33-year-old 767s. Whoa!
It's a loud one.
That is loud. And that is a 737-900. It's causing that noise.
Right now, Papa cross 16 left, spot 99 for South Rim, Southwest 48.
Go 6438, contact departure.
Over to departure, Skyway 6438 2.
Delta 541, Seattle Tower, runway left 65 line, traffic crossing.
So it looks like Breeze and Delta are the only ones that are, according to one of our lovely chat people that's on right now. Breeze and Delta are the only ones rocking the A220 stateside right now.
From November, back taxi 16 center to
I don't know. 3 and 2.
734, Seattle Tower.
If you're a couple flying and you get on the 2 side, that's pretty good, right?
I agree. I mean, the biggest difficulty on a long flight, like Iceland Air, for example, is okay. There's 2 of you. You take the middle and the aisle, or you take the middle and the window, or do you take aisles across from one another?
Depends on how much you're into that other person. Because sometimes you want your own space, right? Right? It's like you get somebody leaning on you and drooling while they're sleeping, that kind of thing.
American 9748.
We normally, my wife and I are window middle.
Window middle?
And we'll hold short 16 left.
Sit next to a stranger in the aisle, but we'll switch off halfway through the flight. So one of us will take the middle for the beginning of the flight, and one of us will take it for the second half.
Okay.
Or sometimes you luck out and nobody shows up, and you get 3 seats to yourself.
Yeah, that's always.
The poor man's first class.
That's right. Okay, so this United flight that we're looking at right now is headed out to Santa Ana. It's 737-800 series. And of course, a 175 behind them, a 321 behind them. Looks like another 321 behind them, and another 175. So the royalty. This is more of like the peanut gallery of the planes right now. But we do have an Alaska 787 headed to Rome, going to be up here real soon.
He started his journey. He has.
It has?
It has cleared the... Looks like approaching the end concourse, actually. So we should be able to see him.
All right.
Very shortly.
You know, Pip, I'm in agreement with you. I like the MD-80s. I really did. The best part about the MD-80, especially if you got to fly in the front, you can hear those engines for anything. You could not hear a thing. Because all of a sudden the plane just starts moving forward, and you might hear this faint whine of the turbine spinning up. What was that? Was it? Who had the JT-88s? Was that the 727 that had those?
Trying to think. Very similar.
Oh, God.
Same thing. If you were up front on the 727.
Yep, same thing.
Super quiet.
Same thing.
If you were in the very back, very different experience.
Okay, so the MD-80, it had JT-AD 200. So that was same thing. And so the 727 had the JT-AD, the original low bypass, and then the MD-80 had the JT-AD 200 series. So there you go.
I'm thinking I see the wing of the Alaska 787 coming into my view.
That. Yep, it is there.
A large engine.
Alex, come look at the monitor here. You can see.
Ah, yes. Here it comes from behind the tree. I thought it was also cool when Alaska started their London flight.
Yeah.
They put the safety video for the 787 up on YouTube. Mm-hmm. And again, it was one of those, whoever thought Alaska would have a safety video? I mean,
because was it all manual up until that point?
Well, they never had a large jet, so yeah, the 737s don't have TVs.
Right.
So,
Oh, right.
Yeah, it was all manual demonstration.
Oh, okay.
So it was pretty cool to see Alaska be part of the big boys now.
And that they are. I'd like to be on that flight, although I don't know what I would do with my Dinera. And I don't know that a day trip live stream would be in order, even though I get the friends and family standby privileges on Alaska now.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know if I would. It's what, 9 hours over there or something like that? 9 hours over? Yeah.
I would be afraid, not so much of going over, but the coming back. Like if something happens and that flight is canceled and you're flying standby, then the next day you've got 2 airplanes full of passengers trying to get back, and you're at the bottom.
Yep.
So
Yeah, unfortunately, my son has no seniority whatsoever, so I probably would be one of those things where I could find myself being there for extended periods of time. Which I wouldn't be that.
Not the worst place to get stuck.
No, not the worst place to get stuck. No, not at all.
We, years ago, were stuck in Kauai because we couldn't get on a flight home, flying standby, and it seems like, oh, you got stuck in Kauai, that's fantastic, except $200 for the hotel.
Right.
You're figuring $150 for the two of you for meals.
Right.
Rental car for another day. And suddenly your extra day costs you $400 to $500, so it's not as exciting as it sounds.
All right. So that's our last aircraft for this evening. That's 787. I want to thank everybody who's been joining in. It's been a fun little time here experimenting with a new lens and trying to see if this is going to be right for me or not. But you tell me. What do you think? What do you think of the quality? It's not as tight as the lens I was using last weekend, but I'm really curious to get feedback on this stuff. It also doesn't shake a lot because it is not as tight. So I'm not touching the tripod right now, and you can see it's nice and steady. So but as soon as I do that, like that, it's not terrible. I am definitely, Pip, I am dating lenses. I'm speed dating lenses, but once a week I try out a new lens, see if it fits. If it doesn't fit, then I just say thank you for your time and move on. But the one lens that I want to rent is unfortunately not available in the Seattle area, but it's insane in terms of its zoom capabilities. But I just have to bite the bullet and get it. If I don't like it, I have to pay the restocking fee, which I'm not a fan of. She is a good-looking bird.
Yeah, I saw the 787 up close last week when I flew, and just out the window of what I was on. And that tail is something else.
It's interesting. I was looking at it. Are they using like halftones to blend the colors?
I don't know whether it's paint or some kind of decal or...
Yeah, it's interesting. I was looking at, I kind of stopped a couple of frames of video, and I was like, it looks like they're halftoning between the different colors as it evolves down the tail. But halftoning is when they use dots to blend two colors together. It's an old technique that stems back all the way from the 80s with color printing. You know what I realized we lost this whole time? ATC.
Oh, good.
There we go.
Alaska 472, Seattle Tower, left on a point.
16 left, line up away, Alaska 472.
There we go.
Yeah, there she is.
Departure horizon 2293, good day.
Bye-bye, 78.
American 727, Seattle Tower at November, cross runway 16 center, hold short, runway 16 left.
At November, cleared cross 16 center, hold short 16 left, American 727.
American 727.
Alaska 180
Yeah,
Heavy, 1220
I know, right?
at 4. Left,
I would actually love one more opportunity to fly on a 727, just cause.
Yeah. No
you know,
kidding.
and
no
that
kidding.
and like a 757 too.
Yeah, which you could still do out of here.
Yeah, you can. Delta.
Delta, yeah. I think
Go 3126.
maybe United out of here too, but definitely
Departure,
Delta.
going, Scout 3126.
Okay, crows. So thanks everybody for tuning in. We're gonna, after this Alaska flight gets up on out of here, we're gonna call it for this evening because it's Friday evening. Alex is thirsty and so am I. And we're gonna have a good conversation and lots of fun. And we will be back on Sunday for sure.
Sorry, 7695 at Mike, cross runway 16 left.
Wait,
contact ground.
hang on a second. Before I do that, do I see,
Left
is
1340
that
at
just
November,
Southwest or is that a
left,
special
contact
Alaska
ground.
livery?
On November, cross 16 left over to Grand Alaska 1340.
American 727 at November, cross runway left.
Yeah,
left,
that's
contact
Tiana's Bayou Bayou Adventures.
Delta 36.
Okay, fine. I'll state it out.
That's the 180 Heavy, contact departure.
One more. It's kind of like the, what do you call it?
32
The
kilo, Seattle Tower, left,
after
left,
contract.
crossing.
What's it called?
Oh, the Encore?
Oh, the Encore,
Yeah,
yes.
the Encore.
Trucker Norm, welcome in, buddy.
3669,
Good to see you.
Seattle Tower at Juliet. Turn right on runway 16 center. Left at Papa, hold short, runway 16 left.
All right, so we will stick around for Tiana's, what's her face?
Hold short 16 left.
Tiana's adventure. Bayou Adventure. Okay.
I remember when we got the first Disney painted plane for Alaska, it was a 737-400 and Mickey Mouse on the tail. And I made the mistake of designing a sail graphic to Disneyland with just the tail showing, and was scolded by our internal marketing team. I think that lasted about an hour on the AlaskaAir.com website before I was told we could not show just the tail. It had to be the entire aircraft, and that was in the contract with Disney, is to not just show the Mickey Mouse on the tail.
And I'm sure that was completely communicated to you prior.
It was too bad because the tail obviously was impactful. You had Mickey Mouse on the aircraft tail.
Yeah, yeah.
And showing a small cigar-shaped object did not have the same impact.
Right.
But Disney is very protective of their intellectual property, so.
I know of another company that's like that. It happens to have a plumber as its icon, and maybe an ape, and they're very protective of their IP.
1573, 12206, left, clear for takeoff.
Watch it step, do take off at that step 1572.
3770, Seattle Tower, left line up and wait, trucks on a 5-mile final.
All right, so there is Tiana.
Delta 2905, Seattle Tower at Juliet, turn right on runway 16 center, left on Papa, hold short, runway 16 left.
Okay, Juliet, join 16 center, clear Papa, hold short 16 left, Delta 2905.
Hope everybody's having a great Friday evening, or depending upon where you are, middle of the night for you Saturday. And this is our last, this is now officially our last aircraft. This is the Tiana's Bayou Adventure flight that is going to be departing here.
Go 3770, 1220 at 5, runway 16 left, clear for takeoff.
16 left, clear for takeoff, Skywest 3770.
And that is a 737-800.
Departing to somewhere Disney-esque?
No, they're going to Chicago.
You know, often when I think of Disney, I think of Chicago, so yeah.
Me too.
Chicago's a great city, though. One of my favorites.
Ain't a bad place.
1573, contact departure.
We get a
That
nice
is a-
view of that, too.
It's a very elaborate livery. Oh, that's a 175. Screw it.
652.
I'm not even turning the camera. Seriously, they put a 175 on here to hold up this Alaska flight.
And holding short of 16 left, we see the traffic on the runway. Alaska 652.
That's 2905 at Alaska, right to left, we'll cross ahead of you.
All right, we'll go with Alaska, Delta 2905.
Goes 3770, contact departure.
So,
Contact departure.
side note, trivial note, I saw within the last 6 months, the lady who designed several of these planes for Alaska, she works for Disney, or worked for Disney. She was laid off by Disney.
What?
Saw it on LinkedIn. It popped up, and I was like, why do I know this person? And it turned out she had done some of these liveries and mentioned that these were some of her most fun products or projects.
Well, of course. I mean, this is, who doesn't love painting an airplane something other than
Go back to spot
the standard corporate livery?
3688.
You can skip around, just go straight to the ramp.
All right, we'll do that.
That's unfortunate.
425 at Mike, cross runway 16 left, contact ground.
Cross 16 left, ground, Alaska 425.
Goes 3770, contact departure. 652 at November, cross runway 16 left, contact ground.
Crossing 16 left on November, going to ground, Alaska 652, good day.
Southwest 3669 at Papa, cross runway 16 left, and follow the Embraer to spot 99, contact the south ramp.
Cross 16 left at Papa, Embraer to spot 99, Southwest 3669.
Y'all looking
2905
good.
at Papa, cross runway 16 left, exit to spot 99.
It's a great evening
Papa cross 16 left,
here
99 to the
at
ramp.
Seattle International, formerly known as SeaTac. Marketing department got involved in, so now it's called Seattle International.
167, line up to Wayne, Alaska 538.
With new branding. Up there goes our Tiana flight.
It's just thinking with the time difference and the flight time and everything, that probably gets in about midnight, and
It
sure
does.
enough, scheduled at 11:59.
Yeah. Poor peeps.
Yeah, that's pretty brutal.
Yeah, that is rough.
O'Hare, get
Did
your,
they,
get your bags, then
did
go
they
somewhere.
issue Kevlar vests if you arrive after a certain time in Chicago?
That's a looking at 2 in the morning by the time you get to your hotel.
Yeah, right. If you're staying
or home.
downtown, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
If you're cheap like me, you take the
train.
The train.
Yeah.
Downtown. I don't know about taking the train at 12:30, 1 o'clock in the morning, but
Same thing like Seattle. No, thank you.
yeah, at that point you probably want to take a ride share or
Uber.
538, 1240 at 5, runway 16 left, clear for takeoff.
All right, so here goes our Tiana's Bayou Adventure flight. This will be officially our last flight for this evening. Thanks everybody for joining in, for watching. Been an interesting evening in terms of different liveries, different aircraft. I always appreciate the support. This is a hobby. It's a lot of fun. Love to share the world of aviation with you guys. From around the world, wherever you may be. Thank you so much for tuning in. And we will see you, like I said, again on Sunday. Hopefully, we'll see. We'll see. If the winds change a little bit on Sunday, we might be able to catch our arrivals, which is a little bit more dramatic than what we're seeing right now, which is, where'd it go? There it is. Just popped up. So yeah, we'll just keep an eye on it, but we will be live on Sunday sometime. Maybe Sunday evening, maybe Sunday afternoon. We'll just see. But until then, thanks for tuning in. Have a great rest of your day or beginning of your weekend. We'll see you later.
179, Seattle Tower, Quebec.
Charlie Foxtrot, Charlie Sierra, Papa with the traffic.
yeah, that was fun. Good time to wrap it up. The hunt for the giant line.
November on the phone. That helicopter trap 2 crossing at center line 300 feet now, no factor. Enterprise, Greenwich Rebel, runway 1 forward, left, 22 in the ballpark. Flight agreement arrival for 1 left, 22 in the ballpark. 227 Mike, anticipation. Caution winds with 32070, runway 14 right, clear for takeoff, Al-Qaeda departure approved.